I'm lost again because I don't have a thing.
I was trying to hold off a sneeze.
Oh, just do it. That would have been a great way to open the show.
No, I don't want to do that. Oh, all right. We're good.
It's just going to sneak up on you in the middle of the show.
And it's just going to spray my walls.
Right, it's going to blow the audio.
Yeah, it is. All over my Wall Street.
True.
My Michael Wall Street
Your official Michael Wall Street posters.
I'm the only one.
It's true. They only made 3 of them.
Yeah. I'm a proud owner of one. Of Uno.
Welcome to We Need Wrestling, everybody. I'm DJ. I'm here with Brett.
Hello. Hi. What's up? Hello.
We're in Casa de Brett.
It sure is. This is welcome to my house. Na, 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 na. That's about all I know.
Because
you got color over there.
I got color before the show.
What is going on?
We're at a change of location because my house is a literal madhouse.
Or so they say.
Full of ne'er-do-wells. Yeah. I feel like we set a precedent last week, and we got to open up the first 10 minutes of the show being absolute lunatics about anything but professional wrestling.
I'm always a lunatic, man.
That's true.
That's true. I'm a saint lunatic.
Oh God!
Shout out Nelly.
A lunatic fringe.
Shout
out Dean Ambrose.
I could not name a member of the Saint Lunatics if I tried.
I don't even know what that is.
That was Nelly's group.
Oh,
Nelly and the Saint Lunatics.
Okay.
Remember EI?
Nope.
You know that song EI by Nelly?
Nope.
Underlay, mama, EI, what's happening now? I-E-A-I-E-I-O? I listened to that like 3 times on my way home from your house last week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because that song is the best.
Okay.
What's up, man?
Not much, partner.
Yeah.
Is
that shirt from Homage?
It is. This is a Homage
shirt.
Terry Funker
They make
shirt.
nice shirts.
They do. They make real nice shirts.
I was wearing my Cactus Jack one from there
It's
yesterday.
comfy.
Yeah, they'd make a nice comfy shirt.
Yeah.
This is not a wrestling shirt. This is a Nights In shirt. Thank you, Doug.
Yes.
Love you, Doug.
Doug didn't buy me this t-shirt, but that's okay.
He bought you that?
No, he didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, look at him being a generous man.
Didn't.
Doug is a generous man.
It's been a long time since I think Doug bought me a t-shirt. Maybe never.
Hint, Doug. May 6th at Weibacher Brewery, Doug.
I shouldn't say that because then he's going to actually show up with a t-shirt because Doug.
He's just going to start throwing t-shirts at you.
Right. So that he's
his own
nice,
t-shirts.
but also mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to get hit with black pocket tees.
5-pack of Hanes.
Right.
Hey, the man knows what he likes, and I respect him
Absolutely.
for it. So what's up?
Nothing, man. Nothing's going on. My house is crazy, so we moved locations.
Yeah.
We watch some wrestling. There's currently wrestling on. We do something when we record here that we don't do at my house, where we have wrestling on in the background.
See?
So both of us can get distracted while we're recording a podcast.
See, you're going to get more distracted than I am, though.
It's true.
I'm watching in your glasses. I can't see a thing.
Yeah, that's going to be.
Hey, it's Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, the whole feud.
Right, it's like a house show.
I know, it's so cool.
Yeah.
It's fan cam footage.
Right.
Man.
Yeah, much better than the ECW Elimination Chamber we were watching earlier.
You didn't like it?
No.
Why?
Because it stinks.
Your reaction when Test came out was great.
This was inflated Test.
It sure was.
Yes, he was testing the limits of a human body.
I won't say anything mean because he is deceased.
Well, I would because you can't listen.
Oh boy.
But yeah.
Oh boy.
WWE ECW.
Yeah.
Depending on who you are on the internet, it's the best or it's the worst.
It's like some people say, it's the only ECW that made money.
That is true. Therefore, it's the best ECW.
So sad. What a man! When I put this Blu-ray in and I saw that this was like Shawn Michaels Jannetty stuff was on there, I was so thrilled because I was really like, man, I just spent $15 for the history of the WWE ECW title.
Yep.
Oh, I would have been real upset. But we're all right.
We are all right.
What's popping? What's shaking?
Nothing, man.
No,
nothing at all.
What?
We got some news to talk about, I guess we'll save it for the purchases, section. But that's a pretty big
for that.
Run down our next couple of weeks itinerary.
Oh man, I can't wait.
It's gonna be a big one.
Yeah, it is. I'm so excited.
We're going in. We're diving in.
It's. I'm feeling good about things, and you're feeling good about things.
Right. So let's feel good about things.
Let's just feel. Feel good. I'm losing my mind.
You're all over the place.
I'm happy. I'm excited.
Good.
I'm jacked up.
Good.
I'm happy you're here.
Good.
My home.
Stoked on being stoked.
Stoked on being pumped, too.
Stoked on being pumped.
I'm stoked on this Dr. Pepper cream soda zero sugar.
Delicious. Mine's already gone. It's delicious.
another one.
No, I'm gonna
one.
switch over. I'm gonna switch over to the LaCroix.
Okay.
But we play a little WWE 2K22.
Yes, you did.
That was first time for me. First time playing a PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
For me. Very nice.
Hashtag Breck got a PS5 at retail price.
That's right. Game was a ton of fun. Pretty easy to pick up.
It's easy to pick up.
There's you can tell that like you can get better in the nuances as you play.
Sure.
But I got to be Eddie Kingston and beat the crap out of Jerry Lawler, as one does.
Yeah.
And then I got to get a little Hitman Revenge on Goldberg. So
You
a
sure
bunch
did.
of other stuff. I
Yeah.
played Ahmed Johnson too, but we a little just the joy of backfisting Jerry Lawler.
You were very excited about
that Eddie custom in that is amazing,
dude. I'm telling you, the creation suite I cannot put over enough.
And just being able to beat the pants off of Goldberg. To get some Hitman revenge.
Yeah.
So it was a fun game.
I just tried
that one.
I'm sending out a tweet right now, and
Oh.
I tried typing character, and I'm such a fat kid that character corrected itself to charcuterie.
Oh, nice.
I blame you for that.
What happens when I send stuff? I was like the other day when I went out shopping and I came back. I went to the comic shop and I grabbed food on the way home. I'll text Michelle like I'm on my way home, so she knows when she knows when I'm on my way. And but my thumb is so fat that instead of hitting send, sometimes I hit 0 and don't realize it.
Oh, okay.
So I never send the message. And I got home and looked, so I sent her I'm on my way as I pulled into the driveway, and then pulled into the driveway. She's like, "Oh, that was fast." And I was like, "Well, I got fat fingers, and I forgot to send this 20 minutes ago."
I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not a great texter backer either.
Yeah,
So.
I'll take I'll take credit for the charcuterie.
That's like the whole picture that loaded. That's crazy. Did Twitter change the size of the pictures?
I think a while ago they were supposed to be full display.
That's the first time I've seen full display. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I just downloaded an update. That's weird because it's full display. Oh no! Wow, that's full display. All right, whatever. Because I tweeted from
yeah.
There
you go.
So
yeah.
But yeah, WWE 2K22 is a blast.
Yes.
If you have a PS5, get it just for the creation suite alone.
Looks
it's
great.
So much fun.
I don't have a PS5, but I might get it for PS4.
That's true because it's all cross-platform.
I'll read some reviews and see what it's like for the PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you think by next year the PS4s will be phased out and it'll all be on PS5? No.
PS5's still too new.
Still too hard to get.
Yeah, it's too hard to get. It's too new. Yeah, it'll be around for a while.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, get it. It's fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's a blast.
But all right, let's get into what this week of professional wrestling. What the people are here for.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of news-ish to talk about.
Yep.
We got some AEW, lots of AEW, a little bit of New Japan.
Yep.
And then we'll get into what we've done to and for ourselves and for the coming weeks.
Boy, funny that you mentioned AEW and New Japan, DJ.
Oh, is it?
Do you know why?
No, tell me.
Well, because Tony Khan made a huge announcement.
Huge announcement. Kind of. Adam Cole made it.
Well, he's the one who did it, but
yeah.
It's official June 26th. AEW New Japan Super Show.
Yes.
Called Forbidden Door, coming to you live from Chicago, Illinois, at the United Center.
Chicago, Illinois.
This will sell out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I am super excited.
Lots of people online complaining that Chicago gets another show.
Where are they gonna go?
I don't know. I'm not the one complaining.
No, who cares?
Right,
Buy it.
Right.
That's all.
Right. The Chicago crowd is real hot.
Yeah.
For them. They're, it's a good place. It's
smart to go there.
Right.
I'm super pumped though, man. New Japan has been kind of back a bit. Like they've been back to their old ways a little bit.
Yeah.
Their presence in the U.S. I feel has been pretty strong lately.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about later.
We will.
But yeah, dude, I'm excited for it, and I've already been speculating what the card's gonna be,
right?
Because it's gonna be a month after the next AEW pay-per-view, which is Double or Nothing. So I'm are you gonna have I don't know, Punk Okada?
Well, I imagine you'll be
or Danielson Okada.
Right, I imagine there'll be some fights over who gets to face who because
Punk Tanahashi.
Right, well, so I mean, it's not gonna be Mox Tanahashi because we're getting that. Spoiler.
Ooh, another house show match.
Yeah,
it is.
But it's do you do champion? I don't think you do champion versus champion because. You then
it'd be cool though.
It'd be cool, but then if you get a clear winner, then the one company looks like they have the advantage. Companies don't like to do that all that often.
Eddie Kingston versus Shingo.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Oh my god!
Eddie has said he wants to wrestle Tana, so that could happen.
Yeah.
But it's interesting though because someone like CM Punk who has yet to lose in AEW, is that right?
Nope, lost MJF.
He lost MJF, right? But like. Do you put him in a position to lose? Because, like, if he goes up against Okada, he's not beating Okada.
No.
But
and it's Chicago, fine.
Right.
Cool.
So I think you would put Punk...
That's a whole nother caveat.
Right. I think you would put Punk against someone he's going to win against.
But you also got to have it be a big match.
Right.
Jay White.
Punk Jay White. You could conceivably do Punk, Tana. Tana have the U.S. belt?
No, nobody has it right now.
Nobody has it?
It's in abeyance.
Why?
Because Sonata had to drop it because he broke his orbital.
Right, Sonata had to drop it.
It's the winner of Tana Osprey.
Okay, but that'll be before this.
That'll be before this.
So if Tana wins it, it wouldn't be bad to put it on
Tana
Punk and have Punk win it and then lose it on a Dynamite or something in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I don't know.
Punk Jay White's a good one. Punk, I think Punk Naito. I think Punk could beat Naito in Chicago.
Naito, I didn't even think about that.
I think Punk could beat Naito in Chicago.
That would be incredible.
No matter who Okada's faced on the show, he ain't losing.
He shouldn't lose.
So
what about the big elephant in the room? Will Kenny be back?
I mean, it would be an interesting spot to put Kenny back in
if he's back and if he's healthy.
Right.
I mean, he has to be there. And he has to have a marquee match.
I would assume.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like every match is going to be a marquee match.
Yeah, but maybe they don't do that. Maybe they don't, load that quick and just put a couple on
It's so crazy, though, because
put some matchups you want to see in some multi-man tag matches.
Like, you could do that, but at the same time, like, hey, run one a year.
Right.
Because there's so many different marquee matchups you could have. Like, I'm not like, oh, they didn't do Danielson Okada. That means they'll never do it. Like, do it at the next one.
But they could do something like Eddie and Santana Ortiz against Ishii, Goto, and Yoshihashi.
Oh, you want to see a Yoshihashi match? All right.
I don't. I'm just saying this is something they could do. And then you get the moments in it. New Japan, that's how New Japan does their build-ups.
Sure.
You could do that on this one. Have 3 or 4 singles or tag matches, do FTR versus GOD or FTR versus whoever, and then do some mixed tags with some factions, mix best friends with Ishii, with Chaos, some Chaos guys, and have them
Bullet Club guys.
Right, have them go against Bullet Club guys. Like, you can do that and get some moments with some people against some other people and tease that for the next time around. Yeah. And you don't have to do all these big marquee matches right up front.
Yeah. There's so many like matches I want to see though.
Right.
And I'm super excited. I know I even saw somebody today say, oh, WCW tried this with Starrcade 95. Hint, hint, how funny. We just watched a match from it. Mm-hmm. And somebody goes, yeah, Starrcade 95 ruled.
Right.
Like, that show's crazy.
WCW had a working relationship with New Japan for a long time.
Many, many years.
Right. That's why you had,
from, the early 90s all the way to the end of WCW. They had a working relationship.
Right. You had a lot of guys in there coming back and forth. Tenzon is there. Like, NWO
Buddha,
Japan exists
Chono,
there.
Like, they were back and forth all the time.
What the hell was it? Was it, Musashi or whatever the hell they renamed, what's his name?
Oh, Manabu Nakanishi?
Kurosawa. That's what they named him, yes.
Yeah, because there's that match that Doug showed me where I think it's, I don't know if Disco Inferno hits somebody with a disco ball and then they never care to explain it.
Why not?
Because it's WCW. That's why.
Yeah. But, they had a working relationship for a long time.
A very long time,
So, and we watched a match from it, and it's great.
Yeah.
So, no matter what anybody says about it.
I'm pumped, dude. Yeah. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, that's
so
the thing.
Cool.
Tons of marquee matches, a big deal. And, you see people arguing ratings, and does this actually grow AEW's business? And, maybe it does, but it keeps the people watching interested and happy, and they're not hurting the ratings. Everybody likes to think they're hurting in the ratings, and they're not.
They're not. No,
they're really not.
People are, I know. I saw a lot of that discourse because AEW failing. Right. Like, oh my god,
they might not ever hit WWE numbers.
No,
they don't ever have to.
They don't have to. Just focus on themselves.
Right. You're doing. Everybody's happy with you. You're doing fine. You're making money. You're bringing in revenue from a bunch of different ways. You're funded by a billionaire. So it's probably a really low overhead for Turner Networks anyway. People like to be weird and complain about that kind of stuff.
They sure do. You're not wrong, man.
But yeah, that's exciting, man.
Yeah, I truthfully cannot.
I wonder how OC's arm is. We don't get a ton of updates on that.
Yeah, he's been out a while.
He's been out for a while.
Yeah.
It's a bummer. He's got that nice denim sling that they made for him. But you want to give me Orange Cassidy versus Toru Yano?
Tear the house down.
That's main event right there.
Absolutely, it is.
I'd be more than happy for that.
Yeah.
Even OC versus Ishii in a weird,
oh my god.
It would work.
Zack Sabre Jr.
Right. There are tons of matches.
So many possibilities.
There is a ton.
Yeah.
There's even some matches that'll be great that are people that nobody talks about too much with Sho and Yo because they're in that dumb house of torture. Keep Evil off of it. I'd be happy.
Keep him far away from everything because he's awful. I never liked Evil.
No,
never liked him.
I like the look, but he in ring. He's had some good matches, but he was never my dude.
No, I like LIJ, but I don't like Evil.
I didn't like him, but I liked him tagging with
Sonata. Okay, that makes sense.
Just because I like Sonata, the weight of Sonata can carry.
That's right.
Can carry
Sonata
Evil.
Hive, stand up.
But and the guy in front of us right here, some Kenta. Kenta Punk would be the battle of the go to sleep.
I don't know how healthy Kenta is still after that Wrestle Kingdom match.
Yeah, that's true.
Remember how busted up he got?
Yeah,
dislocated hip.
Yeah, that's true.
Kenta ain't exactly a young guy anymore either.
We could also get the Death Riders and get. We'll talk about that in a bit.
We sure will.
That can happen. Lots of stuff can happen.
Lots of stuff.
Really cool.
I can't wait.
All right.
What else you got?
Transitioning from that big show, which we'll probably end up talking about a bunch more.
I
want to talk about a policy that happened in the WWE this week.
Policy?
There's a new policy, not a new policy, but a recommendation from Vince McMahon.
No, I don't know.
I
thought you were going to talk about them not testing guys for weed for a long time.
No. That's obvious.
Brett was right.
Right.
Well, why? Because Brett's
always right. Vince doesn't want anybody using the real names.
Nope, he wants to own everything.
Hence, Alba Fire.
Alba Fart?
Alba Fry? Alba Fire.
I don't remember.
It's Alba Fire, I think. Katana Chance. Whatever. They changed. It's no longer Rebel Line Mendoza to break my heart. He didn't even get called up to get a name change.
No, right?
They just changed his name and kept him in the same program.
How upsetting.
So, here's my question to you. With Vince wanting to change everybody's name, Raquel Gonzalez is now Raquel Rodriguez.
Marcel Bartel's Gustav Gustepper or something.
Austin Theory is just Theory now. My question to you,
the less about him, the better.
Right. So here's and this has been Vince has always wanted to own,
sure,
everybody.
Everything.
That's what he's always wanted to do. He wants to own the intellectual property. He wants to own you as if you were a comic book character, so he can use your character in movies, do whatever he wants to do to have the rights to the figures and the rights to the video games and all that kind of stuff. He doesn't want you to be able to take it anywhere else, especially now.
Yep. It's his IP.
And he doesn't want anybody to be able to know that you were on the indies.
Yeah.
And like we talked about, which includes NXT 1.0. Vince 100% thinks NXT 1.0 was some indie that they bought and not their developmental, which is why he renames everybody. Because he thinks he thinks NXT 1.0 was just Ring of Honor. He has no idea.
Yeah.
Who do you think in the history of the WWE up to this point WWE would have missed out on or messed up that had used their real name?
Well, not the real name, but I know the one that's always a shocker that never got changed was CM Punk.
Right.
That. Look at Bryan Danielson got changed.
Right.
I'm trying to think of other guys that came up, like Tyler Black to Seth Rollins, John Moxley to Dean Ambrose, like all their indie stuff all got changed. Punk was like the only one that didn't get changed.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe,
right?
He never got changed.
Yeah,
but yeah, they all changed.
So, do you think
Tommy End,
right?
Like
so, and it's different because it is WCW, and WCW didn't always use their real names either.
No,
but what kind of world would we live in if Vince was like, Eddie Guerrero, change your name, pal?
Yeah, that would have been real upsetting.
You're gonna be Latino Johnson.
Latino,
like
that's my new favorite wrestler.
Yeah, you know, like that's
Latino
like
Johnson.
It's, you know, like it'd be he'd come out and be Latino, Eddie Guerrero, and he'd be like, you're just Latino.
Yeah, you're just Latino.
You know, like it's a weird policy, and I get that. Like that's a different thing. 'Cause coming over from WCW, he still owned them, so he didn't do too much. But like
Mysterio.
Real names, right? Rey Mysterio. That's not his that's not his real name.
But like
right,
that's his wrestling name, you know?
Working name outside of WWF.
Yeah,
you know, it's weird. I think he would miss out on some, you know, had the potential to harm some stars that came from elsewhere in the history of the company if he had this like mandatory name change policy. I think Eddie would be a big one.
Yeah.
A Brock Lesnar.
Oh, dude, nor do I was just going to say
he ain't
Brock
going to change
Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar's name.
Randy Orton?
Right.
You know?
Randy Orton.
Like, you're not going to change John Cena.
Right.
Like,
right. It's interesting that, like, at this point now, he's like, well, no more of that.
I know.
You know,
like,
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Well, he was just The Rock.
Yeah.
But it
is kind of crazy. Like, still the shortening of the names, I don't understand it.
Right.
I don't get it.
Well, Vince doesn't, because Vince is bitter about Cena is a good example, and The Rock's a good example because those guys left him and aren't in WWF movies anymore. Vince isn't getting a cut of their movies, but they're using the name they got known for on Vince's TV.
Like, imagine just calling Bret Hart Hart.
Right. Yeah. Or changes the name to Bruce.
Stupid
name.
What a
stupid name.
9 months? That's the best you can come up with?
But, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's, like, I really think that's what it is. I think he wishes that he still got, like, a 10% cut on all the money Cena makes or The Rock makes in these movies.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was talking about at the comic shop this week. Like, that's why he let The Rock go do movies. Because he didn't want to pay him a ton of money. So he thought if he went and let him do a movie that failed, then he can get Rock for cheap.
Sure.
And it didn't work.
Sure didn't.
But like I think that's one of the reasons why. It's because he wants to be able to keep his name attached to you after you leave, and if you start.
Well, yeah, it's all about the intellectual property.
You know,
that's what it is. You know,
because like somebody like a Seth Rollins, if Seth Rollins went out to become a movie star, that's not his real name.
No.
So I don't think it is anyway.
No.
You know, he's not going to go out there and work under his real name. They're going to be like, "Who is this?" But if he's Seth Rollins, Vince can get an executive producer spot and
that's what it's all about.
Make his money. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's all they want.
But I just thought that was a weird policy. Like,
yeah, you know what, dude?
Especially in a company that makes up really bad fake names. Now.
I try not to like understand them anymore.
Well, that makes sense
because I just don't. It's not for me.
That's a good plan.
It's not for you.
No.
It's for one guy. It's for him. It's for Vince.
Right. It's for Vince.
And I try not to like. Yeah. I try not to get it anymore. You know, like I did at one point. I tried, but I just nah.
It's just a weird policy. It's just like
it's weird.
Like nobody, like Kaylee Ray, like whatever talented wrestler, I guess, had the UK belt forever. But like. Kaylee Ray, it's a name, it's whatever, it's pretty
name. It's there.
It's pretty basic and fine, it's inoffensive. Nobody is getting over to headline WrestleMania as Alba Fire.
No. Sure not.
It's not happening.
No.
You know, like Katana Chance ain't getting in the Hall of Fame.
No.
Like it
won't happen,
it doesn't matter what wrestler it is under that name. She ain't getting in the Hall of Fame. They're bad names.
So it's
you know?
That's so weird.
Right.
I mean, it's not as good as Lloyd Bonaire, but...
Right, well, what is?
Or Allsack Drew Gulak.
Right.
What if he's going to have to change his name?
Maybe.
I was laughing when we were playing 2K, and you're like, Drew Gulak's still in the company? I said, sure is.
Yeah, he gets he's like the trainer in the video game. Good for him. Good. He's the Bruce Campbell of that game, because Bruce Campbell used to do the teaching, what the hell, like the tutorials for the Spider-Man video game when the Spider-Man movies came out. So
very good.
Not a bad spot to be in.
It's really not.
You get that paycheck.
Coach Gulak.
Right,
forever,
there it is.
For sure.
It's just interesting. And a ton of wrestlers, Hulk Hogan isn't his real name. Shawn Michaels isn't his real name.
Shawn Michaels.
Razor Ramon.
Hickenbottom.
Razor Ramon ain't his real name. But,
should have been.
But, he didn't put Kevin Nash in the Hall of Fame. He put Diesel.
See, though, I thought he put Razor in the Hall of Fame, not Scott Hall.
Yeah, he put Razor in.
But he didn't put Scott Hall in the NWO.
The NWO
okay.
They did.
Yeah,
but when they went in solo, it was Razor. Just like with Nash, it was Diesel.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't Nash. They didn't put Kevin Nash in until the NWO. And they only put Waltman in the NWO.
Did they put him at 6?
I think he's in there as 6, but maybe not. Maybe he's in there as Sean Waltman.
I'm going to have to check the record books for that.
Sadly, they won't put Sean into solo. Waltman.
Which is insane.
So stupid.
You can put him in as 1, 2, 3 kid.
Right.
Or as X-Pac.
Yeah.
That upsets me.
Right. All right. Let's get Vince out of our heads.
He's out. I just shook my head. He's out. He's gone. He's gone. He's out.
Let's talk the wrestling we watched this week.
Well, look at this house show circuit we're on.
I know.
Right,
it's
this is the third house show match of Jannetty and Sean.
That's because that's what they just did every week was house shows.
I like it.
They were doing some crazy stuff before, too.
Let's go back to this. This is good quality.
It is good quality.
Yeah. All right. So, wrestling that happened this week.
Hold on, real quick. Since we're watching in the background, hit us up on the social media or on the email. At this point, so we're a few weeks or so after the barbershop incident, where Marty Jannetty runs from Shawn Michaels like a coward.
Absolutely.
Through the barbershop window. Hit us up on social media. Hit us up in the email. We need wrestling at gmail.com. We need wrestling on Twitter. At this point, now remember, right after the barbershop window incident, who do you think was the better professional wrestler at this exact moment? Was it Marty or was it Sean? I'm not saying long term. We can look back now and make a very clear decision.
Sure.
But at this point, who was the actual better
92? I think this was 92-ish.
Yeah, I mean, I would guess
so. Yeah, because Sean was a Heartbreak Kid in the 92 Rumble.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So what, end of 91 this must have happened?
Yeah, because the Rockers get the Hasbros, and then Sean has 2 after that, so...
And Marty has Party Marty.
And Marty has Party Marty, right.
That's one of my
Which I think is the gear he's wearing in this
match,
actually. I think
he is wearing Party Marty
So there you go. So who was the better... As the Rockers broke up, who was the better wrestler?
At that time.
At that moment.
Yes.
At that freeze frame to the Rockers breaking up,
who was
the better wrestler?
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
No, I'm all about that conversation.
All right.
So, wrestling that we watched this week.
Yes.
New Japan had Windy City Riot.
On I don't know why I'm singing
Saturday? I think it was Saturday. I don't remember what day it was.
Saturday?
It was Saturday.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, because it was the day before Easter.
Okay, that would be Saturday.
Yes. So, Windy City Riot, this was coming live on pay-per-view on Fight.
Mm-hmm.
I thankfully did not watch most of this live because the problems that were had during the live stream were awful, apparently. And then I did hit them up asking for a refund, even though I still didn't even watch it. I was like, all right, let me get my money back,
Yeah.
And then they sent the email the next day saying we corrected it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything will be fine. If you want your refund, you will lose access to the stream.
Right.
I was like, all right, fine. Then I won't need it back. That's whatever. Still wasn't the best stream.
That's a bummer.
But what are you going to do?
Hopefully they get it figured out. Wink. Tease.
I would hope so. I know Rocky Romero tweeted the next day, goes, we need to do better.
Yeah.
So hopefully they make that.
You're hitting a
hopefully
big
they make that a priority.
That you're hitting a big U.S. market. You got to do better if you want to hook people because people want convenience.
Sure.
And they want it quality.
Quality. If you're paying money, you want quality. That's for sure.
Oh, I just forgot a streaming news segment that we skipped.
Team Jerry. That's all I have to say.
Right.
Team Jerry for life.
Right. I'm just going to say, you don't typically win a lawsuit and then owe something to the person you were trying to sue.
It was settled, man.
Yeah,
it was a settlement.
Right. Yeah.
Team Jerry for life, though.
Team Jerry for life.
So New Japan Windy
Team Jerry
City
with
Riot.
a J for life. It's a J.
Yeah, none of this Gerard.
Mm-mm.
So Windy City Riot.
Windy City Riot.
I watched more off of this show than you did.
I only watched 2 matches.
Okay.
It's been a wild week.
You have had a week. You're right.
I've had a week.
So,
I squeezed these in last night.
Oh, did you really?
I did,
my God. Thankfully, I didn't say, hey, watch all of this.
Nope.
So there was a 10-man tag. I don't remember all the participants. I know Team Filthy was in it, which was like J.R. Kratos, Royce Isaacs, Jarrell Nelson, Danny Limelight, and I think Ricky Reyes as Black Tiger.
Okay, that was going on Strong. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember who they were against, but it was pretty.
Juice?
No, more on that later. But J.R. Kratos did this insane dive over the top rope. Okay. And if you know J.R. Kratos, that's all big.
That's a big dude, yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
That's a beefy boy.
Which led into the match of Tom Lawler defending his New Japan Strong title against Yuji Nagata.
Nice. I didn't watch this one.
I didn't... I'm not the biggest Tom Lawler guy.
Yeah.
He's okay to me. I love Yuji Nagata.
Yeah.
So I was pleasantly surprised by this match. It was good. Tom Lawler retained the title for the New Japan Strong title. I think he's the only one who's ever held it for as long as it's been around.
Okay.
But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Next thing I watched, I don't remember all the participants. All I have written down is Scott Norton.
Oh, right. I saw clips of this. Okay. I sent this to you.
You didn't miss much. It was like it was like Bullet Club. It was Good Brothers.
Yeah.
El Phantasmo. God, I don't even remember who else was in the Bullet Club. And Scott Norton.
Right.
It was against United Empire, so it was like Jeff Cobb, the Great O'Khan, which people love the Great O'Khan now.
Yeah.
And whoever else is in that group.
Okay.
But yeah, Scott Norton's officially in the Bullet Club.
Yeah. Scott Norton's 60 years old.
Scott Norton and Jeff Cobb were trading suplexes.
Yes.
That was a sight to see.
Suplexes.
Yay.
Yeah.
Norton was, he's a
60-year-old man.
Wrestling in a pair of black Levi's.
Sure.
Which part of me is like, hell yeah, brother.
Right.
But part of it is also like, all right, Scott, you don't need to be there.
Right.
Like, you don't.
Yeah. He's a legend.
I thought he was going to powerbomb somebody.
Yeah.
But he just backraked him, and that made me laugh.
He's a legend. He's 60.
He got his own Bullet Club shirt out of it.
That's awesome.
So good for Scott Norton.
That's a dude who's a big guy.
Yes.
In his day, a former IWGP champion.
Old Flapjack himself.
Scott
Flash.
A dude that I like a lot. But yeah, I mean, I don't need to see broken down Scott Norton in there, but whatever.
No, it was fun.
Yeah, right.
It's a fun match.
Right. It's interesting that they would do that because, like, Norton wasn't that big of a star in the U.S. Like, not way bigger.
To you and I, he was.
Well, yeah.
I feel like we love Scott Norton.
Way bigger of a star in Japan. I mean, he held the IWGP title in Japan.
I think he won it twice.
What did he sniff? Maybe the U.S. title in America.
I don't know if he even had
TV
a belt.
title. Like,
was he tag champs of Buff?
He would Vicious and Delicious had to have been tag champs at some point.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Hold on, I got the Wikipedia right here. Give me a second.
All right, I'm watching Shawn Michaels giving an abdominal stretch to Marty Jannetty right now.
Right. Championships and accomplishments: 2-time IWGP Heavyweight Championship, 2-time IWGP Tag Team Championships.
Was it one with Bigelow?
One with Tony Halm.
Ludwig Borga.
And one with Hercules Hernandez.
Whoa, that's wild. That's a lot of beef.
Wins the G1 Tag League in 1999 with Muto.
That's awesome.
Right. And wins the Super Grade Tag League in 1996 with Hashimoto.
Dude. Scott Norton's all like, man.
Right.
I love Scott
And then wins
Norton.
the Greatest Gaijin MVP in 2002.
That poster you got me for my birthday one year, it's hanging on my wall. Scott Norton's on it.
Right.
And it's so, I think it might be for the Great Tag
could
League.
be, yeah. He wins the Oregon Pro Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship.
Sure.
He's the NWA Pacific Northwest Wrestling Champion. He's number 47 of 500 in the PWI from 1993.
Wow, 47. Good for him.
He is the Western Alliance Entertainment Champion, and he is the part of the best gimmick from the Observer. Best gimmick in 96 is the NWO, and a part of Feud of the Year in 96 for NWO versus World Championship Wrestling.
Okay.
No WCW titles.
That's a shame. You thought he would either get a tag run, either as part of Fire and Ice or Vicious and Delicious.
When the NWO was dominating. They were a great addition. Yeah. I loved that team.
Well, yeah, you know what though? Hall and Nash had the belts.
Right, that's true.
I get that then.
But look at the pedigree of Japan titles versus nothing in the US.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big
one of these companies needs to sign Scott Norton to a deal for a figure.
Right.
Like,
I think that one company does.
We don't count San Francisco Toy Company in this house.
Is that what they are?
The worst figures ever.
Yeah, the Figures Toy Company or whatever.
The worst.
They're not the. Is that why everybody called the original San Francisco Toy Makers?
I think so.
Okay,
they're just
no good.
Trash.
Yeah, give me a brick singlet NWO Scott Norton with a buff.
In my life.
Buff with a top hat.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Sign the damn contract.
Buff's living in the accountability crib. He can get a Legends deal.
Did you hear how many voicemails he left at odds last week? He sure did.
He's just hyped, man. He's just happy. He's happy to be awake. He's happy to be
I think that
alive.
I think that jumped the shark quick.
Yeah.
All right. So next thing that I watched was
I'll tell you everything about whoever it is running his social media, and I know everybody makes fun of it. That's not really him. Pretty sure it isn't. But that dude has got people talking about Buff Bagwell more than anybody has.
It's good marketing.
So hey, more power to you.
More. Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, I like Buff. Buff was always the stuff.
Yeah, right.
He had one half of the American males.
Right, and he became a gigolo.
He sure did.
I used to like his dance with the arms in front before the flex.
The buff strut?
The buff strut.
I could do it right now, but I'll shake my house.
Yeah.
All right, so the next thing I watched was...
I told Michelle never to tell you this, but I'm going to tell it on air. I did the Blackie Lawless dance the other day in the house.
How are you walking?
I ate shit.
Did you?
So I did it in like the kitchen.
I will text her tomorrow.
On the hardwood floors.
In socks?
In socks. And I went down.
Dude, that's
I
a
didn't go all the way
disaster.
down. I knew I was going down, so I threw myself backwards into the closet door to keep myself up. And like literally had a dead arm because I blasted my shoulder so hard. I had a dead left arm for like 10 minutes. But I was like, I fell over. She goes, it looked good before you fell. And I was like, thank you.
So you will try it again when I'm at your house this weekend?
No. Come on. Never again. I wasn't even supposed to tell you that, but I'm in a good mood.
All right. I'm going to text Michelle tomorrow and ask her about it.
Yep.
So the street fight. It was a street fight. It was Finjuice and their partner Brody King.
Okay.
Against Jonah, Bad Guy Tito.
Okay.
And the one dude that was in Retribution.
T-Bar.
Slapjack? Or was that the name? Slapjack? No, it wasn't White Jack. Oh. What's up, Doug? No, it was
I hope Doug's not driving while I said that.
Shane Haste, I think his name. He was in
Shane Thorne?
No, I don't remember, to be honest, dude.
The one in the hockey mask?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it was...
Is he Mace?
Slapjack. I don't remember.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
it was
Slapjack.
Was it
But
Slapjack?
then I also think of Slapjack as Stevie Ray.
No, I don't think they would have stole that gimmick from Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray had the Slapjack.
Look it up.
All right, hold on.
Look it up.
Jesus Christ.
Marty, you just laid out Sean with a DDT. 1, 2. Oh, he got him. No, he didn't. What a maneuver. All right. Wow, there's crowds going crazy. Look at the pandemonium. They're running to the rails. Good podcast.
It is, in fact, Slapjack.
See, I thought so.
Mace, Slapjack, T-Bar, Reckoning, and Retaliation. Retaliation was only there for one time because that was Mercedes Martinez. And she was like, this is fucking dumb.
Yeah, I remember she literally goes, nope, not doing that.
This is dumb. I'm out.
So it was all of them in a street fight. It went.
Oh, he is Shane Thorne.
When I call him Shane Haste?
Yeah.
Who's Shane Haste?
I have no idea.
Is that somebody that exists? Am I making things up again?
Probably.
I do like to tell tales.
You do.
All right. So, yes, they had a street fight. It went way too long.
Okay.
Way too long. So I guess the buildup was Jonah kept beating up David Finley's little brother who's also training. Mm-hmm. So another Finley that's getting into the business.
Shane Thorne was known as Shane Haste.
Was that his name in NXT? Or in Noah.
In Noah.
When he was part of the Mighty Don't Kneel.
He was Shane Haste in Noah.
Oh, who's his tag team?
Mikey Nichols.
See, it's coming back to me.
Yeah.
All right. I know some things.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It was a street fight, but it went way too long. It was like a 25-minute street fight.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be that long. Finley laid Jonah out with a shillelagh.
Okay.
Too long.
Stealing Hornswoggle's gimmick.
He got it from his dad.
Yeah. Oh, right, because Fit did have the shillelagh for a little while. Mm-hmm. Right.
He didn't.
You know what he needs to steal from his dad? That
jacket. Absolutely. Another house show match.
That's
crazy.
Is
wild.
Yeah.
All right. Next thing I have here.
Yes.
The US of J Open Challenge.
Yes, this is the first thing I watched.
Jay White comes to the ring. They cut to the back. You see John Moxley walking, and he stops and just goes, "Well, what are you waiting for? Go get him, shooter."
Yeah.
and the place erupted. I went nuts. You went nuts.
Right. Because it was Shooter McGavin.
Shota Umino.
I will never call him that.
No, it's Shooter.
It's Shooter.
Dude, I love he still carries the Death Rider's jacket. Even his leather jacket says Shooter on the back.
He is. For those of you who don't know, when they were doing this, when Mox was over there.
This is when he first went over for the G1.
Right, pre-AEW.
Yep, and this is his young boy.
He got this young boy. He took a liking to him and asked to tag with him and stuff and was doing some cool stuff with him. And he showed Umino. He's Red Shoes' kid.
Red Shoes kid.
And he called him Shooter, and it stuck immediately. And this kid is a good-looking kid.
Yeah,
talented wrestler so far, but he is immediately over because of his association to Mox. And the fact that he will forever be Shooter.
Yep. And it's just
what it is.
He is truly Mox and Renee's firstborn son.
That's true. Yes.
I saw somebody say, boy, it's going to be real awkward when Shooter shows up at the house and there's another kid there. He's going to get real awkward about it. I went back and watched some of their promos together.
Yeah.
And they were so fun together. I forgot how fun Moxley and Shooter were together.
Yeah.
The one time he's like, Shooter, say something. And he's just like, John Moxley will win the G1. And he goes, what a man. What a panty dropper. He goes, let's get out of here. Shooter! I forgot how much fun that was.
It was a ton of fun.
I have multiple pictures on my phone saved of them just flipping off the camera together.
He just took this young boy and made him a star.
He did. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Shooter versus Switchblade. Shooter is going to be a star.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a big star.
Yeah. I think Shooter looked really good in this match.
He did.
And he's handsome.
He's a good-looking kid.
I think he was aggressive coming out of this. So, he's still, he's on excursion.
Sure.
But he's still, a kind of just a young boy. And I thought he was aggressive.
Yeah.
And looked really good in this match. JY wasn't losing.
No, of course not.
But I think JY gave him a bunch.
He did.
And the end spot where he has Jay in the Death Rider and there's a great reversal into the what the hell does he call it? The Blade Runner.
Yep.
Into the Blade Runner was so good. Yeah, I was excited to watch this match when I saw that clip online that Shooter was there. I was so bummed,
man.
This was cool. This was a good match.
I was so excited. Can't wait to see the future for him.
Yeah.
There's different levels to excursions.
Right.
You look at his excursion, then you go and you look at Master Watto's and how bad it was, and Master Watto. I mean, granted, he is a part of 6 or 9.
He's 69th IWGP Junior Heavyweight.
Can never take that away from him.
Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title holder. So.
But I think he's going to be a huge star. I still think Ren Narita's going to be a big star.
Big, yeah.
And I think
Great Okan's that same class, and he's becoming a big star.
I think Yamura too. That kid's going to be something real big for New Japan.
Great Okan took the Mongolian chops away from Tenzan.
Yeah.
So
and he's getting over now. Great Okan, people are really getting behind him. It's what a wild run.
He's leading a stable that has Will Ospreay in it.
I don't think he's leading.
You don't think he's the leader?
Ospreay's the leader. He's the second.
Oh, but Ospreay's not really in Japan all that much right now, I don't think.
No, Ospreay's in Japan a lot, yeah.
I thought he was over here doing strong stuff.
No. He's been over... No, because he was in New Japan Cup.
Oh, yeah, I guess he was. You're right, yeah.
But Okan and Cobb just won the tag titles.
Oh, right.
So that's huge.
Big deal, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, super cool with the Shooter, so...
Yeah.
The next match, and I know you watched this. Tomohiro Ishii.
Yeah, this is the second thing I watched on the show.
Suzuki.
Yeah.
I will never get tired of watching these two wrestle.
Yeah, I'll watch this all the time.
Every time they have a match,
yeah.
I will tune in. You will tune in.
Yeah.
This was exceptionally great, though.
This was awesome. Yeah.
This might have been one of their best matches together ever.
I don't know if Ishii was maybe minorly hurt for a little while and working through it or something. But he looks a little beefier again than he had.
Yeah.
And God, he's just a killer.
He's a killer.
And he's in the ring with the killer.
Yeah.
I think these guys are probably really good friends.
You would think so.
And they just like beating the crap out of each other. And that's what they do.
Multiple kickouts and one off of big moves, which I always scream about.
Yeah.
there's not much to like go in on about it, just because
right.
I say the two names and you go, I know what I'm getting, and I know it's gonna be great if you like that style.
And we've had the misfortune of seeing people complain about Ishii doing the same stuff every match.
Oh my!
Which is insanity.
Idiots, savages, idiots.
Ishii somehow is straight up in the air for a gotch pile driver in this match and gets out of it.
That doesn't happen.
It's insane.
He starts wiggling his little body around it, and Suzuki can't handle it.
And then he wins.
Ishii wins. He beats Suzuki.
Which is awesome. Ishii is very much a dude who doesn't mind having 5-star matches and losing, putting people over.
Suzuki's the same way.
Like
he's the guy where it's like he can lose every time and he's untouchable.
Right. Ishii is a guy who we talk about all the time, should have more belts, should be doing a lot more things in this company.
Yep.
But they won't, and that's fine.
Nope.
Because he is the ultimate fan favorite in that company.
Yeah.
People
will always root for him.
Always. People get more cheers out of this dude. He is my exact type of favorite Japanese professional wrestler.
Yeah.
And
you tower over him.
I do. Everyone towers over Big Tom.
That's true.
But I love him so much, and I love Suzuki because, again, Suzuki probably the smartest professional wrestler on the planet.
I agree.
And this match was awesome. So
I
know
thought
what you're getting, and it's going to be
this
good.
was the best match on the show.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Was it? Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
And at the end, Ishii's getting his flowers,
right?
And all of a sudden, you hear the crowd erupt a bit, and you can't hear any music too well because, again, the broadcast wasn't the best.
Yeah.
Out comes Eddie Kingston.
Yes. I saw this clip online before I watched the show, of course.
Yes. So I sent this to you Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Hey pal,
yeah,
did you see this?" And you said, "Sure didn't."
Yep.
Eddie Kingston comes out with his Yankees hat, his Terry Funk shirt. Because again, man of your heart.
Man of my heart. All the way.
Just says to Ishii, "Listen, I respect you.
Yeah.
You were trained
Booker, man.
by Ricky Choshu and Tanbrew."
Yeah.
And I liked when Eddie got in the ring, he like kissed his hands and touched the New Japan logo.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. So little stuff like that means so much for me.
Yeah.
And just says, Ishii, I know you fight strong style, but I walked the King's Road.
Right.
And said, respectfully, you and me, Capital Combat. I think that's the name.
Capital Collision.
Oh, Capital Combat's the
that's where Sting and
his pal RoboCop.
Yeah.
Capital Collision, Washington D.C.
That'll be the T-shirt I'll be wearing. Whoops, spoiler.
There you go. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excited, man,
dude.
That
Eddie Kingston versus Tomohiro Ishii.
Right. A dream match. If a week ago, if you were to list with this new, if this. With this with the AEW New Japan crossover, this would be the top of my list.
So what was
damn near the top
crazy about this? Friday night, you and I, we were driving, we were going to get something to eat. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about, the crossover stuff between AEW and New Japan. Because there was rumors of it.
Everybody knew this announcement was coming.
And, I remember saying, dude, what about Kingston Ishii? Mm-hmm. And you're like, dude, if that happens, oh my God.
Right.
And the next day, it happens.
Yep. It's the perfect matchup for Eddie.
I can't wait.
I know Eddie wants to do some other stuff. I know Eddie wants to do Tana. He wants to wrestle Akiyama in a different company.
Sure.
I would assume that before he's done, Eddie Kingston will be in an All Japan ring.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
But
I don't know if All Japan could get to that level.
But I don't even know if they need to get to that level. I think Eddie.
Do you think Eddie would, after all said and done?
I think
with contracts and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he'll work indie dates, so I don't see AEW necessarily stopping him from working. All Japan. He's gonna his dream match is Akiyama. He's gonna have to work a different company for that.
Well, AEW has a working relationship with DDT.
That's true.
So,
but I think Eddie probably in his heart, much like Eddie and I have very similar tastes in wrestling.
Sure,
we both have that, and you do too. Have that very big love for that era of the Pillars era of All Japan.
Yep.
I think just because of that, Eddie will, even not because of what they are, but what they were. I think he'll want to stand in an All Japan ring.
Yeah.
Who knows if it happens? I think he'll make it happen one way or the other.
Yeah.
But him Ishii is it'd be the top of my list, man.
Do you want to do a accelerated segment right now?
like skip ahead?
Yeah,
so we're going to it.
Yeah, we are.
So it's a huge announcement.
Weekly purchases.
Yeah, we'll get there in a bit, but yeah, so we're going to it.
Yeah.
We bought tickets. Listen, it's a dream match.
Yeah,
probably for both of us.
Dude. It's both of us, man.
The card is looking great.
Yeah.
For Capital Collision. So I hit you up and I was like, so you want to go?
My response?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And we booked a hotel and we bought the tickets. And we're gonna be there in DC in a couple of weeks.
Can't wait.
For the New Japan pay-per-view.
Was it like a month? About a month? A little less than a month?
Less than a month now, yeah, because it's
so
the 22nd, 21st.
I believe so, yeah. It's a Saturday.
Yeah.
No, that's like the 14th.
Yeah, it's 3 weeks away from this weekend.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 3 weeks away.
What a run we're going on.
We're going on a run.
Oh boy.
We'll talk about that later.
We will.
We're going on a run.
But yeah, we're going
taking
to this.
We're taking the wrestling world by storm.
Dude, it's about damn
gruesome,
time.
Gruesome.
But so the last thing that I watched from this was Jon Moxley versus Will Ospreay. Mm-hmm. I know you're not an Ospreay guy.
Nope.
This was sick.
Yeah.
It was so good. Moxley, of course, bled everywhere because it's Jon Moxley. That's what he likes to do.
Of course.
But Ospreay gives him from the top rope an elbow drop through a table on the outside, like over the barricade. That table like obliterated, and they just both bounced off the floor.
Ugh.
I was like, "Oh my god!" I think Moxley just died. Nice. I was like, "I think he just broke his sternum." But this match was crazy. Good. Moxley is on a hell of a run.
Certainly is.
After the match, talks about being respectful. He's been calling somebody out for 3 years, and somebody's been ducking him for 3 years. That somebody is Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Yes.
And said, I'm not going to be respectful anymore. I'm calling you out, you and your stupid fucking ponytail.
How dare you?
Listen, number one, Jon Moxley, how dare you?
Listen, Mox, I love you with all my heart. But how dare you, sir? You've crossed the line.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to have a talk with you.
That's Tanahashi, man.
Yeah.
So he said, he goes, there's a new ace of New Japan. When he said that, I went, oh my.
His name is Ryosuke Taguchi.
Oh my stars. So Moxley versus Tanahashi.
Not officially signed yet for the Collision.
It'll happen.
Ishii officially signed as of just
There's
a few
a
hours
first
ago.
match officially signed,
not officially signed yet, but there's also going to be Brody King Suzuki.
Yep.
And
Moxley Tanahashi.
Eddie
Ishii. I don't know who Okada's going to face.
Okada's going to be on the show. Yeah, right.
Not sure yet.
I don't know. But there's going to be some people showing up.
God damn,
No Taguchi. Taguchi's name's not on that list. That's unfortunate.
Well, that's why you have to be there as the representative of Taguchi USA.
The American representative of Taguchi Japan.
Are you going to rush the ring?
I mean, I don't have to rush the ring. I'll be welcomed into it because I'll have my credentials.
They'll just know. They'll know.
Right.
Yeah,
I'll have my credentials.
Very true.
I'm just going to write...
My apologies.
I'm just going to write funky weapon on my ass.
You totally should.
Buy a pair of green pants, write funky weapon on them.
Funky weapon on your ass.
Wear a rugby helmet.
Everybody be like, oh, I know him. He's from Taguchi, Japan.
It's Taguchi.
Oh.
Yeah, he just grew...
Silly me.
He just grew 7 inches and gained 175 pounds.
You should do it. I will not be going as Master Wano. That stops now. I have the hair for it. I'm not dying it blue. And I'm not going to be not great. So that was New Japan.
So they're trying.
There's something with him.
Yeah.
Super stoked that we're going to be going to that show.
Me too.
God, I can't
really
wait.
Pumped.
I guess we'll talk AEW.
Yes.
So there are 3 AEW shows this week. Rampage. I just have Blackpool Combat Club beating the piss out of the Guns, including Billy Gunn.
Yes.
Getting beat up.
So, they love Yuta, clearly.
Everybody loves Yuta, clearly.
Regal on commentary saying that he was teaching Yuta scurfing.
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
I don't want to look it up.
Me either. But I have a question, and I think I know the answer to this. And I love talking about Billy Gunn because he is he's an
Hasbro?
anomaly. Right, that's where my question is. Is he the only active guy with a Hasbro? He is, right? Full-time active that had an original run Hasbro.
Has to be. I mean, Waltman worked a match.
Right, but he's not, I wouldn't say, he's not signed. It's like signed
Okay,
wrestler, full-time signed wrestler.
Absolutely.
Right?
I can't think of anybody
Waltman's
else.
worked a couple, but they're always like farewells or whatever. You know, like...
yeah, probably he's
right?
the only one. I can't think of anybody else.
I was trying to go through and like...
I don't want to go through that list.
Warlord works indies, but that doesn't count.
I don't want to go through that list because it's going to make me real sad.
Demolition is around, but they're not... I wouldn't call them full-time wrestlers. A lot of those dudes are dead.
That's why I don't want to go through
the list. Like, Taker just retired, so Taker was the other one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody else.
No, I don't think there is.
Wow, he's the only one. That's crazy.
Right. Nuts.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Nuts.
Oh, Billy. But Blackpool Combat
Sting
Club
does have a comparable figure that's a little... Because the
Galoobs
were not... Like, right after that, I think, right? They were like... 93, 94? I don't remember.
I don't see.
Well, no, it couldn't be because Doom had Galoobs.
Yeah, Doom had Galoobs.
So Galoob had to be around that same time then.
Yeah, I never had Galoobs as a kid. So
I had the Luger.
I had the original San Francisco toy. I had the Alex Wright.
Yeah.
Obviously that's later.
Right.
But
yeah. I had the Barry Windham too, but I didn't know who it was when I was a kid. I had no idea.
How upsetting.
Yeah.
Then I had the full run of
I had the Steiners too, or at least Rick.
I had the WCW vibrators.
Yeah. Well.
LOL.
You wore them out.
I sure did. So next I have here was Butch squashing that poor man.
They didn't even say his name.
No, if they did, I didn't hear it.
He just died.
Yeah, Butch
with the layout power bomb.
Dude, Butch rules. Yeah. I love him so much.
Give him
More
a push.
on him later.
He got his own solo T-shirt, which is interesting.
Did he really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Good
I saw.
Good for him.
Yeah.
God, he's so cool.
Yeah.
Next was Ruby against Robin Renegade.
Yep.
And then Robin Renegade's sister.
Twin Magic, baby.
Are these the daughters of the Renegade?
No.
Let me live and have this.
No.
Why?
No, this is...
I want them
Robin
to be.
Robin Renegade's the one that said, like, she, like...
Yeah, daughter of Renegade.
She said she, like, eats ass or something on the internet, didn't she?
That sounds like something the Renegade would do.
That's true. That's possible.
Rest in peace.
She's actually...
Respectfully.
They're not the daughter of the Renegade, but they are the daughter of the fake Ultimate Warrior.
Are they the nieces of the Renegade?
Yeah. No.
Let me have this. All right.
Yeah, but this was nothing.
So were they the
Twin Magic though?
Were they like maybe they're the daughters of Joe Gomez and the Renegades like was the uncle that was always around, so they decided to take the Renegade's name?
I think they're the daughters of Lorenzo Lamas.
All right, you win. Then Texas Death Match.
Yeah, you missed the part where Dustin challenges Punk.
Oh, well, I was just going to have that later.
Right, but Dustin cuts his promo.
It was a good promo.
But he says, fans, I'm reaching out.
He did say that.
And I was like, oh my God, what a dick.
Yeah.
Cutting a Dusty promo better than his dumb brother ever could.
Oh. His dumb brother.
Right.
Have people stopped caring about that yet?
What?
Cody being in WWE.
I mean, he's in all their graphics and stuff, but
yeah, I watched his first night back, and I haven't watched it.
It's exactly where he belongs, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's where he belongs, I guess. Yeah.
Dustin in his hoodie had like the boots, like the classic wrestling boots, his dad's old boots on them. Sadly, this was for Pittsburgh instead of Philly, so God,
could you imagine
openly weep? But whatever. But yeah, all right.
Yeah, Texas Death Match. Hangman versus Adam Cole.
Seemingly the blow off to this.
I think so for the title.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
I think Hangman is on an incredible run.
Agreed.
But I didn't need this.
I agree.
I liked it, but I didn't need it.
I didn't need it.
Yeah.
I feel like like he had a Texas Death Match against Archer,
right?
What, a month and a half ago,
right? Which makes sense against Archer because he's such a bigger dude.
Like I don't think it needed to be this.
Yeah,
I think it's just like, hey, call it a street fight.
Yeah, I don't even know if he even needed this match. Really,
I do. It's a way to because they had the match at the last pay-per-view. You're continuing the feud.
Yeah,
blow it off here. I'm fine with that.
Right,
just blow it off here.
Yeah, they did go. They have gone to the Texas Death Match one too many times.
How about all these Susie Sallies that were up in arms over when he put the barbed wire on Cole's head. Mm-hmm. And they're like, how dare he do this on Good Friday and mock Jesus?
Yeah.
I'm going, do you really think that's what he was doing?
Right.
Or are you just nitpicking?
Right. Like, I don't think, like, nobody on commentary was like, oh my God, a crown of thorns like our Lord and Savior.
Yeah, like, come on.
Like, it was just barbed wire around his head.
Because then he gave him the dead eye off the apron through a table.
I didn't get it as a reference.
Not at all. I didn't think
again,
about
not that,
if nobody would have said it, I wouldn't have got it. Like, I wouldn't have understood. I would have been like, oh, okay.
It's not like ECW's crucifixion.
Exactly. I tweeted out the picture of Hangman on Dynamite on Wednesday. It's Raven in the ring.
That was super weird. But I think that there was some really cool stuff in this match. I think the DVD on the open chair was super gross because I hate watching anybody take a move onto the top of a chair.
Cole takes I remember Cole when he wrestled Aleister Black and Philly at the one NXT, and he took the same bump.
Right.
He likes that bump, and that's scary.
The Panama Sunrise reversal into the Deadeye was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I hate that Panama Sunrise.
Yeah, me too.
I want him to never use it again.
Yeah, it's a terrible move.
The Orihara super kick is all the best way I can describe that.
Yeah.
Was really cool.
That was really cool.
I think you should reverse. I think Tony Khan should mandate that everyone reverses the Panama Sunrise every match until Cole cuts a promo and says, they figured it out, I got to come up with something new.
Yeah.
Get it out of there.
It just doesn't use it anymore?
Sucks.
Yeah, it's a weird move.
But like the wire crown, like it just it was because it was on top of his head for the Deadeye. I don't get the people just want it.
That's all. That's
outrage. Outrage
I
culture.
saw some dweeb was like, I will be contacting Turner and all the advertisers. Like,
go for it.
Like, you loser.
Again, they didn't do anything in reference. Like you're just looking for something.
That's all it is.
Like that's you being insane. Dork. Commentary didn't say anything about it being like that. They didn't do any sort of Jesus Christ pose.
No, nothing.
Or anything like that. It was just barbed wire wrapped around somebody's head.
That's all it was.
Knock it the F off.
Yeah, like go away.
Go away, you whiny bastards.
Go away, you freaks.
But I think Hangman's on a hell of a run, man.
He sure is. I said he's having... Yeah. I think he's still having in the top 3 this year for best runs.
Yeah, great champion. And, the finish was cool. And, we'll move him on.
Yeah. Yeah, we will. More on that. So Battle of the Belts 2 happened on Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
So you had Sammy Guevara beat Scorpio Sky.
Yes.
With a low blow.
Yeah.
So I guess this was Sammy's
leaning into Sammy heel.
Kind of heel turn-ish. Yeah. More on that later. Mm-hmm. Sure, I guess.
Yeah.
Crowd's going that way.
Right.
So,
well, we complain all the time about them not listening to crowds, and that's what they're doing here. I don't think it's the right decision for Sammy. But I think Sammy would grow and become a more sought after wrestler being a babyface. But I think he's kind of an unlikable dude in real life.
Yeah.
He
has a punchable face.
Right. Not that he's like a bad guy. I don't mean it in that sort of way. I don't mean that in anything where I worry about the status of his personal relationships. Sure. I just mean you can kind of tell that he's a bit of a jerk. He's a bit of a cocky asshole in real life. It's weird
though because it's such a weird dynamic with Sammy, and I'm gonna save it till later, until we're talking about something during Dynamite.
I think it feels more natural for him because he's able to tap into his real personality to get there. Yeah. He works better that way.
Yeah.
I think when he hits the moonsault to the outside, Ethan Page had the wherewithal to save Sammy's life with his own face.
Yeah, and then he got busted up from it.
Right. The crowd popped a bit for the win. As much as they want to frame Sammy as a bad guy, the crowd did pop for his win.
That's why I said I don't know what this was. Right. Is this like fighting fire with fire?
Right. And I hope to God one day they stop zooming in on them kissing. It's not a thing I ever want to see in wrestling, really. Like, particularly not zoomed in where I can see the definition of your taste buds on my television. Listen, they're a great looking couple. Like a lot of people can get real mad at Sammy because he's with a very attractive lady.
Sure.
And nothing wrestling fans hate more than a guy who's not worthy of the attractive woman stealing the woman that any wrestling fan had a chance with for real.
Yeah.
But I just don't need to zoom in on kissing. You can knock that shit straight off.
Yeah. This is like kind of on top. My brother-in-law's texting me right now. Said watching AEW from last night. While we're talking, I'll chime in with him.
Yeah.
All right. So
the match was okay. Nothing special.
Yeah, that was all right.
Yeah.
So then Jonathan Gresham versus Dalton Castle.
Yes.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
That chop spot in the corner was garbage.
Yeah.
Like hot, steamy, dumpy garbage.
Yeah. I like seeing
real bad.
I like seeing Dalton Castle.
Sure.
Call me when Smooth Sailing Ashley Remington shows up.
Agreed. Like, man, Dalton Castle, he's one of those guys where I'm like, ugh, if he never started getting hurt,
right,
he would have been huge.
Gresham is an interesting case, right? I think Gresham is well suited to be Ring of Honor champion. I think Gresham works really hard. I think Gresham looks great. He's very short, which I think is a detriment to him, sadly.
See, it's bad because like they even call it out on commentary.
They do, right? But here's
not Taz though.
No, well, here's a thing about Gresham that could be controversial. I don't think it is. And like again, I like him. I think he's very good at what he does. It's not a particular style that I like. It's probably a style I find more boring than anything. I wish he had an ounce or two of sports entertainment in him.
Okay.
I think that would make him a better wrestler.
I get that. I understand.
Because in the ring, the dude can hit any move. He can reverse out of anything, and it's smooth as hell.
Super technical
he knows
wrestler,
all that stuff. Right. But that ounce or two of pro wrestling, that ounce or two of, for lack of a better term, sports entertainment, because he doesn't have a big boisterous personality. His personality is, I'm this technical mean wrestler. Yeah. It's Dean Malenko. He's, that sort of thing.
Dean Malenko,
and I love Dino.
Wow, that's perfect,
but I think Dean even had a little bit, Dean was at least goofy dressing up as Synclope and shit.
Sure.
But Gresham, I just think needs that to get, if they actually want him to catch on in a meaningful way, he needs to find something other than just quiet dude that can stretch you, because that only goes so far.
That's spot on, man.
But he is the best at what he does.
Sure.
In Ring of Honor, Jack Sabre Jr. does it better. Danielson does it better, but Danielson has incorporated a ton of the sports entertainment, if you will.
Yeah. The best are the guys that can balance it.
Yeah, right. And Gresham he hasn't found that balance yet. Looks like $1 million. Has gotten an incredible
super
shape.
Yoked.
What the hell is this lady's name? Mike
McGurk.
Mike McGurk. She's going to be at a con coming up somewhere. 80s wrestling con, maybe?
You're going to get a mark pick with Mike McGurk?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just saw her on the TV.
Oh.
Yeah. That's all.
That's such
distracted.
What an abrupt stop.
I couldn't remember her name. I was talking about Gresham. I was trying to think, and I know it was Mike.
Yeah, Mike McGurk.
Yeah, it was a weird name for a lady. That's a weird name for a lady.
That's so fucking funny.
That's like didn't they do that on the Ladies Man on Saturday Night Live with
the Ladies Man,
the Rock, when the Rock dressed up as the lady?
They did.
That's a weird name for a lady.
I think the Ladies Man was just Dusty Rhodes.
It was just Dusty Rhodes.
That's all it was.
You just drop a little bit more of the ends of words for the Ladies Man, and that's it.
I can't stop looking at Mike McGurk. All right, so
they showed Sensational Sherry before too, and my eyes are always going to dart.
Why didn't you tell me?
Sorry, it was just a little clip. I thought she was coming out and got a promo, but it was just a still.
All right, wow.
She might be coming out with Sean here though.
Oh no, that's just Sean.
There's orderlies. Is that even Sean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It is.
Sean looks like Tatanka from that angle. All right, so
let's not talk about that.
Yeah. Oh boy.
So after the Gresham thing, this is where they decide to put Satnam Singh.
Yeah.
I think this was better.
1,000% better.
Tony Khan admitted his mistake.
He came out and just goes, "Yeah, it was bad. We did it wrong."
Oh my God, Sean's kissing Mike McGurk.
Dude, Sean just kissed Mike McGurk.
Sean just totally kissed Mike
McGurk.
Joe,
supposed to, if you're in a live feed of our recording right now, come up, come hang out. Let's watch some Sean versus Marty
house shows.
And watch Sean kiss Mike McGurk.
Anyway, sorry. I was distracted.
Oh, boy.
So Tony Khan admits his mistake. says he listened to some people that he, maybe it wasn't the best idea. Said it wasn't his idea, but whatever. You can fall on your own sword a little bit. You fucked up. You're the boss.
Yeah. You
But,
have final say there, TK.
Yeah, so this works a little better, especially because Gresham is so little.
Yeah.
That,
Dude, the visual of them in the ring was wild.
Satnam Singh, I looked up some pre-wrestling pictures of him, and they got him on some kind of a diet.
Why, was he fat?
No, he was thin.
Well, he was playing basketball.
Yeah.
Not everybody's Zion Williamson, so they just eat donuts all the time.
Right. So now he's a big dude. Well, he's always tall, but he's still clunky moving. Like a lot of he's like a more mobile Great Khali, and I don't mean that because of their nationality. I just mean because their knees don't bend and their arms don't lift quickly.
No, that's a fact, dude. That's a fact.
So, but this was better here. And then Joe comes out
with the pipe. Well, Lee Moriarty runs out,
right,
and he gets stomped out. So does Matt Sydal on his crutches,
right.
And then Joe runs out the pipe for the save.
So, but I like if you're gonna do for the honor of Ring of Honor, you're gonna do Joe, Lee Moriarty, and Gresham versus Lethal. I guess Dutt doesn't work anymore though.
No, I don't think
so. Maybe they fill a third. Maybe they don't. Maybe Joe and Gresham as champions.
But I don't know.
Maybe
he could work a match,
right?
Why not?
With Satnam Singh in there. Maybe they do 3-on-2 because Singh is so big. Who knows? But this was better here. The interesting thing is if they do make this guy this dude is 100% a sports entertainment sort of pickup.
Yeah, he's not going to be
fine. I'm only using these terms because they are.
He's an attraction.
Right? What the fuck is Samoa Joe going to do against a guy Joe can't be picking people up like this. He can't put him in the muscle buster. No. I guess he can stretch them and stuff.
Choke them out.
Yeah, but you can't possibly guarantee me a good match out of this. So maybe don't do it here. Especially don't do it in Ring of Honor.
Maybe put it in Ring of Honor. Because there's not going to be as many eyes on it.
Yeah, but it just doesn't fit the brand.
It doesn't at all. But
they're changing that brand pretty dramatically.
That's the way you got to look at it.
Yeah, it's going to be Ring of Honor in name only, I think, sadly. But whatever.
Yeah, and then, Ruby versus, not Ruby, excuse me, Thunder Rosa versus Nyla.
Yeah,
very meh.
So no Vicky, which I liked. I saw Vicky in an interview this week complain that she can't be general manager in AEW, which is what she wishes she can be.
Wrestling doesn't need general managers. Get away from the WWE thinking of that.
Right.
They've been doing general managers for how many years now?
She did said that she had so much fun doing that. She wished she could do that in AEW.
Go back to WWE and do it.
And then she said that maybe she'll just get to manage more people. I hope not. No Venom gear on Nyla, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's up, Cowgirl Rosa? I was like, hey now. The catch
looking like Richie Sambolo.
Yeah. Did you see that Bon Jovi video of him trying to sing Dead or Alive? No. Oh boy, Bon Jovi lost his voice. It sounds terrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it like Vince Neil level?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's real bad.
I don't think anybody thinks Vince Neil
It's
level.
real bad. I'll show it to you.
Hey, my
Okay. John Bon Jovi at least pronounces the words.
Okay, yeah.
But it sounds real bad. But anyway, the catch into the apron bomb was nice. But my complaint about Nyla rings true in every big time match she has. Past 7 minutes, she's lost.
Yeah,
she is absolutely lost, and I think she can be good. I'm still a fan. I still think she has her place, and I still think she can do good things. But she does not have the mindset for long matches. I don't know if she gets tired. I have no idea.
And I'll go back to that match for that pay-per-view a couple years ago. Her and Statlander. Mm-hmm. Statlander's sick.
Yeah.
They're working a long match, and they don't work long matches.
Right.
When does Nyla work a long match?
Right, exactly.
Ever.
And that's the thing. Anything 7-8 minutes,
twice a year, maybe.
Right. She loses the plot. She loses what she's supposed to do. It falls apart. I think she looks good in parts, but the match gets away from her. She starts to slow down. Then she's missing spots. Then she's missing turnarounds. She's missing feeds. It becomes a bit of a disaster.
Yeah.
The correct winner, but a terrible finish. Again, I beg of you. Get Rose off TV. Get Nyla off TV for a while.
I think
do something better with Thunder Rosa.
Like this, Nyla, her being the first challenger, did nothing to help Thunder Rosa.
No,
like
this is
not
a shitty start for that. championship.
Yeah.
Right?
It's very forgettable.
Especially when we come to this week with the sort of royalty treatment that you give Britt Baker. Sure. It's her hometown, but still. Yeah. You know,
she definitely got the royalty treatment.
Yeah, no, this doesn't. It don't work.
No, don't work, brother.
Don't work.
So, Battle of the Belts 2, I thought was pretty underwhelming again.
Just like Battle of the Belts 1. It's relatively unnecessary.
You have these hour-long specials, and they're just kind of meh.
Right. Yeah.
I think you got to fix that.
Relatively unnecessary, yeah.
I mean, granted, it's a crappy time slot, a Saturday at like 8 o'clock. Most people aren't home watching that. I DVR'd it. I didn't watch it until Sunday until Sunday night. So, but not for me. So Dynamite,
it just doesn't quite work. No. I don't think they need it, but whatever.
I agree with you. Dynamite. The first match.
Yes.
CM Punk, Dustin Rhodes.
Yes.
So this is what my brother-in-law texted me. Said watching AEW, Punk versus Dustin was awesome.
Right. You weren't watching this live because go fucking Sixers.
Let's go! Oh, I just wanted to grip the mic and scream. Joel Embiid.
I watched this live and with a giant smile on my face. I was so excited for this match.
I was too. When we were hanging out Friday and they announced on Rampage, like I looked at him like, dude, this is gonna be great.
We praise Dustin all the time on here. I will always talk about how great Dustin is.
Absolutely.
The rightful owner of the name The Natural. Sure. Born into this business and fucking deserves it.
Yep. I really wish they can get it, like, and then they know they can't. His WCW song.
Right.
They call me The Natural. Oh, that'd be so cool.
God, I love Dustin. I love watching him wrestle anybody.
Yeah.
And him Punk never happened before.
No.
Dream match for him. Dustin cuts that promo. He's reaching out. I was like, oh my God, he's reaching out. Touching hands. Reaching out to you, brother. But anyway, that was a Jimmy Snuka for some reason.
I know, yeah. Why did...
I have no idea.
Why
don't ask me.
Jimmy Snuka?
I have no idea. As far as I know, Dustin Rhodes has never killed anyone. So I told you about this match. I was like, wait till you watch it. I was like, it was like Punk. Again, we've seen Punk wrestle a bunch, and he does his Bret Hart stuff.
Sure.
He's having some fun wrestling people he wants to wrestling their kind of matches, changing his style for who his opponent is. And this is as if you transported Punk back to like 1990. Wrestling The Natural in WCW or even before that in NWA.
Yep.
This is an old school, simple pro wrestling match.
It's a pro wrestling match.
Dustin Rhodes hurts the knee and sells it the entire time.
Just all you need to do, target a limb and work at the whole match.
Exactly.
Punk on Dustin's knee, Dustin on Punk's shoulder.
Yep. That's it.
It was awesome.
We say it all the time. We should put on a t-shirt. Wrestling's easy if you let it.
Yeah.
And this is just what it is. There's no real big high spot.
No.
Dustin manages to work the Code Red into a natural spot.
Yeah, it didn't look weird.
You know, like it's not out of place. It wasn't like a big setup and here it comes. You know, he makes it work. I don't want anybody doing it, but if somebody's going to do it, at least he tries to fit it in somewhere that it works.
Yeah.
The crossroads into the old school pile driver was fantastic.
Awesome.
And I said, so again, jumping forward, we're going to be in Philly next week for AEW. Yeah. And like, if this was on that show, I probably would have cried.
Yeah, dude.
It is perfect professional wrestling to me.
It's that's not, like, I even, when I watched it later, I texted you and I was like, dude, you were spot on with this. Like, it was so good.
And the crowd likes it. People are talking about it.
Dude, the crowd chanting, this is awesome. And guess what? Right. And I know as much as like we say about JR and all this shit.
Right.
And JR on commentary just being like, boy, who would have thought you could just have a wrestling match and the crowd likes it?
Right.
I was sitting there in bed teeing.
Yeah, there's nothing crazy big.
No.
It's just classic, simple pro wrestling and pro wrestling storytelling. It's a throwback. It's something that Dustin's been in this business for a very fucking long time. And they work his style of match. The dude is an old guy. He looks great. He's got still probably the best working punch in the business. And he just kills it, man.
Yeah. You know what, like, I looked at this match and then I looked back to that Battle of the Belts, him versus Sammy.
Yeah.
Where he's doing Canadian Destroyers off the apron through tables.
Right.
And, like, I look at it as Dustin going to Sammy going, hey, what do you want to do?
Right. Let's wrestle your kind
like,
of match, kid.
And then going to Punk and be like, hey, Punk, what do you want to do? And Punk just be like, this is working NWA
right.
match.
Exactly.
Like, you know, like,
exactly.
this is working old school match.
Yeah, pick a joint, work it, brother.
Yeah, like, let's just do that.
This is perfect wrestling for me. I love this so much.
Yeah, this was
I'm
awesome,
glad the crowd liked it because I was just all smiles. It goes 20 minutes or so. Yeah. Like, it's...
Dude, Punk with, Dustin go for the sunset flip. Punk with the Bret Hart SummerSlam 92 on the Bulldog pin.
Right.
Like, even Punk wearing the pink and black last night, you know?
Right.
It was just, both guys just like, so much fun.
I can praise Dustin forever. We talk about it all the time.
Sure.
I tried to tweak this out and I could not get the wording right at all. I'm fried. But, like, he's as good of a professional wrestler as Cody thinks he is himself. Like, Cody's ego, because Cody just did that interview this week where he said he was the best and this and that, and when he was in AEW, he had to play down to the people around him, blah, blah, blah. Dustin's as good as a better wrestler than Cody.
I agree.
Dustin's the level of wrestler that Cody thinks he is.
I agree.
And it's just so much fun to watch this kind of stuff, man. Yeah. And he is a guaranteed Hall of Famer if he ever wanted to be. It says a lot that when this dude left to back his brother's play, Vince and Triple H publicly thanked him for everything. Like,
both publicly thanked him.
That's a big deal.
That's a huge
deal.
Go
watch your Goldust tapes.
Absolutely.
Watch one of the dudes that was the glue that held that era together.
Yeah.
So that also ushered that era in.
Yeah, and then go watch your 7 tapes.
Don't do that.
Come on, man. One of my favorite promos ever. They got me out here dressed up in this shit. Look like Uncle Fester. Oh, man.
Then watch your Dark Reign tapes.
Don't do that.
No.
But afterwards, Punk's going up the ramp. Hangman's music hits.
Yep.
Hangman comes out with the belt. Him and Punk have the stare down. That's coming.
Yeah.
I guess in Double or Nothing, Punk Hangman.
I would assume you do it for Double or Nothing. And
do you put the belt on Punk?
So
let me rephrase this.
Yeah.
Taking away your bias against Punk.
Right. I wasn't going to enter with...
Okay.
I wasn't going to enter with my bias against Punk.
Okay.
I think Punk is having fantastic matches.
Okay. From a company perspective...
Yeah.
You're having the New Japan show about a couple weeks after this show.
Yeah.
Do you put the belt on Punk?
So, it's hard, right? So, I think Hangman is having a great run.
Oh, I said it. He's one of my top 3 wrestlers this year.
I think there's more people that he could have meaningful, great matches with for that title. I think he's a main eventer. I think he'll be a guy who floats back to that title all the time. Do I want to see it end that quickly? Not that, it's been a long run, but this soon against Punk? No, because I want to see Hangman do more. But from a business standpoint, how do you not put it on CM Punk? From a wrestling standpoint, with what you have coming up, with this big thing, a big international thing, how do you not put it on Punk? Hangman returning to New Japan in one way as champion when he left being sort of the low end of the
fall guy in the Bullet Club.
Would be an interesting story, but then you have to book him beating somebody pretty prominent in New Japan because the champions aren't going to lose. But Punk walking to New Japan, facing somebody like Naito as champion is a marquee in any era, in any wrestling company at any time. So it's hard. Personally, and maybe my Punk bias comes into it, but it's not so much of a Punk bias. What's up, Sherry? It's not so much of a Punk bias as it is, I think Hangman has risen to this occasion and is fucking killing it. So I'm like, man, keep the title on him for as long as fucking possible. But it's a business, and he'll be back around to it. He's up there. He's always going to be in that picture. So maybe you do. I don't know.
It's tough because I could hear arguments for both sides of it, and they all make sense. And then there's the wild card of Do you have Hangman hold it till Labor Day weekend for All Out? That's usually All Out.
Right.
And have him drop it to MJF.
Ooh, have Hangman drop it to MJF?
Yeah.
That I don't want to see at all.
But I think I could see it going that way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hangman kind of losing to because they have him positioned like top heel in the company.
It's been 2 babyface champs. His Mox was babyface when he was champ.
Yeah,
he wasn't supposed to be, but he was.
No, Mox was a babyface for sure. He was supposed to be.
Okay.
So you have to think Jericho was a heel.
Yeah.
Mox babyface. Mm-hmm. Kenny heel.
Oh yeah, Kenny was heel.
Heel. Hangman babyface.
Right.
Natural order. Drop a babyface to a babyface.
Yeah, but you can't if it's CM Punk.
But you can if it's CM Punk. So yeah, it's kind of
that Luis Piccoli?
I don't know. I know.
Is that Luis Piccoli jobbing out to the Rockers there?
I think it is.
It 100% looks like Luis
I know.
Piccoli.
I got real distracted with it too.
All right. I was distracted
what
before
a weird
Sherry.
the recap of that.
It's a recap of the feud.
Yeah. Great podcasting. But yeah,
it'll be interesting. I ain't gonna blame him.
If they go any route, I'll go. I get it.
Right.
I totally understand.
Right. I wonder how long has Hangman had that belt for now?
Hangman won the belt. Was it Revolution was the pay-per-view that just happened. Well, not just happened, but it was last year. Granted, we're midway through April.
Yeah.
So it was Full Gear?
I don't know.
Was that the pay-per-view?
Hangman
Full
Page
Gear?
Title.
Yeah, because he beat Kenny for the belt.
Yeah.
I forget.
November 13th.
So he's had
158 plus days. So coming up on half a year.
So he's at 5 months.
Yeah. Coming up on half a year. That's a pretty long run. I don't know who's had the title, for longer. Let me see if I can.
Mox might have had it longer, but Mox also had the belt through the pandemic.
Jericho had it for 182 days.
Okay.
Mox had it for 277.
Uh-huh.
Kenny had it for 346.
Wow, Kenny almost had that for a year.
Yeah. And Hangman for 158. So, I mean, there is benefit of Hangman keeping it to break one of, so he's not the shortest reign ever, but I think he's done maybe the most with the belt while having it.
Yeah, Mox got put in a bad spot.
Right.
But, man, Omega, he had
it for a really long time. But
Hangman's matches with Danielson were incredible.
Right.
And it's very interesting to see which way they're going to go.
Yeah.
Do you have Punk win? And if Kenny's back, have Punk Kenny at All Out?
Right.
That's a huge match.
Right.
And have Kenny win the belt back.
I think a lot of that company does rely on when is Kenny back.
Yeah, because that's like...
Right.
It's not that you've noticed he's missing from the shows because they've been putting on bangers, but he does nothing but add to the shows when he's there.
And here's the thing I think about Kenny. Sherry's on the TV. What I think about Kenny that's interesting is, and I was watching Toy Vomits Whatnot last night, and they were talking about it. Like, they were, why don't they do trios titles already? I was like, they're waiting for Kenny to be back. Yeah. So I think when Kenny comes back, I don't think he's gonna focus on the main title. I think they're gonna want him and the Bucks to be the first trios champions.
It's gonna be weird because now the Bucks are kind of like in line with the Undisputed Elite or whatever.
For now.
I'm just along for the ride. I'll play armchair booker. That's the fun of this.
Absolutely.
But,
it'll be interesting.
I'm along for the ride, brother.
Sure.
So all right. Next thing, Blackpool Combat Club beat the shit out of the young Lions of AEW.
I have this as Blackpool Combat Club versus Dante Martin, Lee Moriarty, and Dante Martin, but it was in god Brock Anderson.
Sure was. That's the most hideous gear I've ever seen on Marty
terrible.
Jannetty. Royal Rumble 93. Go look up Marty Jannetty's gear.
Yeah.
God awful.
He looks like the Yeti. The Yeti.
He looks like Max Moon, but
he doesn't
not
look like
cool.
Max Moon. Sherry though.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
Roll Tide on that.
So I was interested in this match, in this tag team here, because what happened to Dante Martin's brother? Is he hurt again?
No.
Right. So Dante Martin's a dude they were pushing to the fucking moon and dropped that. Seemingly.
Yeah.
Not doing much with Moriarty. And I get it. There's only so much room.
Sure.
But like Brock Anderson is just...
He's just a
whatever.
Guy. Yeah.
So I thought this was interesting because it's just going to be a squash.
Sure.
Mox catches the dive in the rear naked is awesome.
Dude, so good. Dante Martin got shined again. Moriarty got some nice run, too.
And I think that's what they like. But I thought for sure Brock Anderson was going to take the fall in this. That's
you would think, look at this,
right? That's the dude who's going to take the pin. Yeah. Arn's managing him, whatever. Yeah. But Dante Martin takes the pin. Super weird.
It was kind of weird, yeah.
But like he's super over. It's a weird spot for him. But I love what I'm calling the trio murder holds.
So cool,
where
man.
just the three of them just hold the guy down and do a different strike to the downed opponent.
Yep, it's wild.
And Regal on commentary doing an American accent.
It was so good. Talk about him and Arn Anderson partying in Las Vegas, saying, yes. "I left my liver at the Bellagio."
Yeah, I think it's still there.
Regal's the best.
Regal is the best. Again, these are squash matches, but they're so entertaining.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's just a ton of fun.
It's just what it is. Wheeler's super over. He's got BCC gear.
Yeah,
that looks a little like the NWO logo.
Yeah, well,
it's close enough to not be.
In the words of a famous man, copy and they get it.
That's right. But yeah, that is whatever. Yeah. Before this, Wardlow did arrive at the arena.
Oh yes, and he got put in handcuffs.
Where he gets put in handcuffs, and then.
What did he say? Oink oink, bitch.
Yeah, and then we'll talk about what they presuppose before the match.
Line.
But after this match, we get the big announcement.
Yeah, the announcement of the New Japan AEW split.
We already covered it. Yes. They let Adam Cole give, which was weird.
Yeah, that was weird. And then announces that it's going to be him versus Tomohiro Ishii on Rampage.
Yes.
Boy, it's going to suck watching Ishii job out to Adam Cole, isn't it?
Right.
That makes me sad.
Wish it was in Philly.
But then Jay White comes out.
Yes.
And, talks about this isn't about New Japan or AEW. It's about the Undisputed Elite and the Bullet Club.
Right.
So I was laughing when he goes, you're looking at the man who single-handedly sold out Madison Square Garden. And Tony Khan's in the background is going, no, you didn't. No, that wasn't you. No. Yeah. So then next thing I have here is Wardlow Butch.
Yeah. Well, we do get the Jade and the hangers on promo. Listen, Red Velvet and who is it? Is it Kira Hogan? I don't know. Very attractive women. This is a trio of very attractive human beings.
Sure.
So I'm not going to complain about it from that angle.
The baddies, if you will.
And I guess Jade is big enough now where she needs some muscle to take some beatings for her.
Sure,
and do some dirty work. But I don't know that she needs it.
Yeah.
But I think they're trying to keep her heel-ish for now.
Yeah.
And this helps that.
Yeah. Real quick as well, my brother-in-law said, love Danielson. I love how they show records on the entrances. Mm-hmm. How genius. No one's ever done that. I said, they have rankings too.
It's true.
Yeah.
Is this his first time watching it or what?
Yeah. I've been trying to get him to watch it. Well, so my one of my younger nephews, Luca, he's been kind of like daddy's boy lately.
Yeah.
And on Easter, they brought down all their like Tyler's old wrestlers and stuff. He just has a bunch of basics.
Yeah.
Nothing of note.
Yeah.
And they were going through the wrestlers, and I was like, God, I'm like, I would buy you guys wrestlers all the time, but nobody watches it.
Yeah.
And Luca goes, I'll watch it. So I looked at Paul, and I'm like, watch AEW with Luca.
Nice.
So I think they're going to try to,
that's cool.
father-son bonding time, which I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then maybe you can break out that big Tupperware tub he has of some action figures and let the kids play with those.
We were talking about those.
Oh,
yeah. He casually dropped. He goes, I was at my dad's house the other day. He goes, I came across my 1-2-3 Kid on card.
Really?
I know, I just shuddered.
Right.
Tyler has two of them in his safe. He has Ultimate Warrior, the white gear on card.
Warrior 2.
Yeah, and then he has Hogan Series 5 where it's like
the shirtless.
Yeah, on card. Just hanging out up in his room. I'm just sitting there going, and then they gave me two of the basics because Luca wanted me to have them. One of them was CM Punk, and the other was Luke Harper.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, thanks, guys.
That's cool.
Paul's like, I'll probably just throw them out. And Luca's like, I'll play with them. I was like, let's go, Luca. Nice. Let's go, kid. All right.
So, Wardlow Butcher.
Wardlow Butch.
Wardlow comes out handcuffed.
No music, handcuffed.
Which presupposes that, because they handcuffed him on his entrance, presupposes that the security guards undressed him.
Absolutely.
Hopefully he was wearing his gear under his clothes.
Hopefully he wasn't.
You see
so is that big gaping wound.
You can see that real war dog. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, God.
But
will you stop?
So, Wardlow Butcher.
Hoss fight,
man.
It's
Butcher
just a
looks
Hoss
great.
fight. Butcher is
you know what
amazing.
you know what fate is going to befall.
Yeah,
Butcher
you know
here.
what's happening here.
He stumbles a little on that one power bomb.
Yeah.
He did the old Batista trap leg on it. People really seem to be catching on and liking Big Butch.
That makes me so happy. He's gotten in great shape.
Yeah, I was on the Toy Vomit whatnot hanging out while we were watching this, looking at stuff, and Toy Vomit, dude, if you don't follow him, huge Butcher fan.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about, I just in the chat was like, every time I die, I was like, Hot Damn is still sounds ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And he was like, Hot Damn created its own genre of music.
He's right. 100%
so we
right.
talked about that for a bit. Andy Williams is great. He looks good here, even in a loss.
Andy Williams, a LVAC veteran, if you will.
Because Wardlow is potentially going to be the biggest baby face in wrestling.
Dude, I love Wardlow.
Yeah. Crazy.
I contemplated buying his action figure.
Crazy.
I like him that much, man.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
Yeah.
Then I had the Kingston promo.
Yep.
You know, you reap what you sow, but guess what, homie?
Yeah.
I don't sow. I just reap. What a line!
Yep.
Oh, I love him so much. So it's gonna be him and Daniel Daniel Garcia.
I was saying no Jericho
He's
at all
on
on this show.
Fozzy.
Oh yeah, that's true. He was just around.
Yeah,
I saw Bubba Ray.
Ugh.
Bully Ray was there.
Who cares?
Great show,
him?
brother.
Oh yeah, great show, man.
Yeah, Steve. I understand that Steve
Dorks.
Austin said that, but that the Dudleys were strong style, so that's interesting.
What?
I saw that somebody said that today in the Austin.
Oh, good. So something I'll never watch.
Something I'll never watch. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yep.
Next up
that
here
dude sucks.
Yeah. Next up here, I have in the Owen Hart tournament qualifier.
Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly versus Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
This match was good.
I forgot how much I like Kyle O'Reilly as a singles wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
When he was doing those rolling butterfly suplexes, I thought it looked so cool.
Yeah.
Him winning with the knee drop to the ribs, that came kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah, so this is interesting because it is two tag wrestlers, primarily. I think this is the right decision. I don't think Jungle Boy needs to be in the singles tournament right now.
Well, rumor has it they have big plans for O'Reilly in the tournament.
Good. They should.
Yeah, there's that. And then how about, whatchamacallit? Christian coming out towards the end?
Yeah.
Do you think, he's going to turn on Jungle Boy?
Maybe.
I think so.
You want to elevate Jungle Boy as a singles wrestler, I think you put him in the ring against Christian.
Because what's the point of him coming out?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And Jungle Boy looking at him saying, I'm sorry. And Christian not really be like, it's all right, just kind of looking at him a bit.
Christian having that singles match he had the other week. Or
it was Cole who showed he could still have those
looking
matches.
Great.
Yeah.
I think that, if you want to have Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus drop the titles, and then Jungle Boy go on a bit of a singles run, Christian's a good launch pad for that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. But I thought the match was
good,
pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
O'Reilly's good. Made me want to go back and watch O'Reilly Shibata.
Yes, dude. Remember that
O'Reilly Shibata series? I guess.
Remember that O'Reilly Balor match during the pandemic and how amazing it was.
Remember when we thought they was going to put Kyle O'Reilly at the top of the card and give him a singles run,
and it should have,
and it did nothing.
And even in the rematch, they had him lose again.
Right, and we had cool guy Kyle O'Reilly for a bit, and they did nothing with it. And then he was in the woods, friends with the Beverly Brothers kid, as a send off. Remember that? Going on a friendship journey together. I
sure do. And
that was Cro-Magnon four-headed weirdo.
That was right around the end of my time. I stopped.
What was that dude's name? Von Miller? No, Von Dutch.
No, not Von Miller. That's a football player. I was gonna say Mo Wagner, but that's a basketball player.
Okay, it's Von
Wagner.
No.
Von.
Was his last name Wagner? Bo Wagner.
Was it Bo
Bobby
Wagner? Bobby Wagner from the Seahawks.
Bobby Wagner Jr.
Bobby Duncombe Jr.
Yeah.
Bobby Duncombe.
Bo Dallas.
Oh, God.
I don't remember. You know what we're talking about. I don't even know if he's featured on TV anymore because who watched that garbage television show?
That's for sure. So next week they announce, MJF has a promo.
Right, and he pays money to get Wardlow to wrestle Jake Roberts next week.
Dude, Jake was a little sweatsky.
Well,
I mean, Jake was a little sweatsky.
That's what happens.
So it's going to be Archer versus Wardlow. Right. So we're getting Archer, Wardlow, and Philly.
That's cool. Jake will be there. I'm happy to see Jake.
Yeah, good for
I'm
Jake.
always happy to CJ. Yeah. And that'll be a good match, knowing that Archer's going to lose.
Yeah, Archer's definitely
like Archer, but they'll beat the crap out of each other.
I'll watch Wardlow just powerbomb him 16 times.
Give me an 8-minute Haas fight. I can't complain.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So
hopefully Archer squashes some local Philly guy on his way down to the ring.
That'd be cool.
You know?
Dude, we better get Yuta. Yuta from Philly.
Yeah.
You
gotta
get
that
place. Oh my god, plays go nuts for him.
Yeah. I think you have to have the Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, if you don't have him on Dynamite, put him on Rampage.
Yeah.
So then Hook, his Dynamite debut was next. And he beats up some dude that I don't remember his name. Anthony who?
Anthony Henry.
Okay, Anthony Henry. Yep. I think that was a basketball player.
Okay.
He beats up Anthony Henry in like a minute or two.
Yeah.
And
wild hair.
His hair was especially
made me uncomfortable.
Insane. It was insane last night.
Yeah.
You know what else was insane? That fucking Pop Danhausen guy.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah.
When he got in the ring and was just like, I'm sick of you. I'm not going to do a Danhausen press. I do an all right one, but I'm just not going to do it. But I was, he's like, if you're not going to let me curse you, you're going to have to fight Danhausen. And that place erupted.
Yeah.
So we're going to get Hook Danhausen?
Yeah.
That's kind of a
weird place because
what a weird dynamic.
Yeah. Because Hook's gonna have to win.
Yeah, and Hook's gonna have to like squash him, right?
Right, you would think.
Are we gonna get Hookhausen as a tag team?
God, I hope not.
Why? It'd be great.
I don't know.
Imagine Hook wearing the Danhausen makeup.
Imagine
Danhausen growing his hair like Hook.
Maybe this will lead into
Danhausen joining Team Taz.
No, this will lead to
Can you imagine the interactions between Taz and Danhausen?
Best friends versus Team Taz.
Tazhausen.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
Yes.
That might have been the loudest pop last night.
It was pretty big.
Like people, I watched it back this morning. I'm going, whoa!
Yeah,
people are way into it. Wow, Marty, that's some great. Jesus Christ. Next, I have here written down awful Sammy Guevara shit.
Oh my god! So you have Kaz saying he wants to challenge Sammy, and my just gut falling out, going, "Oh my god!"
Nobody wants. You thought we were going to see that in
I
Philly?
thought we were going to get Kazarian versus Sammy in Philly. And I was like, "All right, I guess I'll be drinking." Scorpio interrupts. He says, "I want you to take a step back." And Kaz's like, "I always got your back."
Yeah.
Then they cut the commercial, come back, and
hey, Sammy got rid of the vest.
Yeah,
he's in like some weird parka now.
Yeah, but
tie's all done up.
Lambert and his crew getting cheered. Ethan Page dragging that crowd along with him, kicking and screaming to cheer for him.
Dude, it is such a strange dichotomy of what's happening with that feud and what the feuds that Dan Lambert's in. It's so weird.
So weird.
Because he didn't get cheered at all during the Jericho stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He got super cheered during Cody Rhodes stuff.
Yeah.
And he's getting super cheered during this.
Yeah.
And it's not supposed to be booked that way. And it's just very like, what is going on?
Mm-hmm.
They definitely had Sammy healing up last night.
Yeah.
And like, but then like Sky and dude, Ethan Page has been like the stud of this to me. Just like Barry and Sammy and saying like nobody cares what you have to say, and like the crowd's like, yeah, we hate this guy now.
Right.
And Lambert with like some lines where you're like, holy shit.
Right.
Give you the pounding your girlfriend dreams of like it's just it's so weird.
Lambert comes out next week in Philly and says lines like that, the crowd's gonna eat it up.
Yeah, dude, they're gonna go nuts.
Sammy's
for him.
done. Sammy's gonna get hit with a battery.
Somebody better keep their snowballs out of that stadium.
Right.
It's definitely like weird.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so weird.
So weird. Doesn't work. Doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. No, it's just like I'm intrigued watching it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, man, this isn't good.
Curiosity.
But I can't look away.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what happens.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that don't work, Britt Baker's up next.
Oh my god, dude, this match sucked. In the words of my man,
I believe I said, speaking of things that don't work, Britt Baker's up next.
Oh, sorry. Boy. Is this thing on?
Is this on? Sucks, man.
In the words of my man Tim Taylor, this was actively bad.
Right. So stop making Britt have 12-minute squash matches.
Like
It doesn't work.
I get sticking Najee Harris and Pat Fryermuth with her from the
Sure.
Steelers.
It's her hometown.
Pops the crowd for sure.
Right.
It's just, it's not
a 3-minute squash here gets her just as much of a cheer as this 8-minute, 12-minute one does. She looks terrible.
It wasn't good.
She's backsliding in her ability in the ring.
Yeah.
And then she cuts this promo that stinks.
Yeah, the promo wasn't good. Like, she was way out of breath.
Right.
Like,
fine.
Don't need to cut a promo when somebody's way out of breath like that, you know? Yeah, it wasn't good. It was just like, oh, this women's division sucks without me.
Right.
Like, it just wasn't good.
Right. Bury your division.
Yeah.
To cheers, because she's the babyface in Pittsburgh. So she's burying the division to cheers.
Yeah, and
that doesn't fucking work.
That gives the crowd at home like, oh, doesn't suck?
She's backsliding.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because people are telling her she's better than she is, or they're afraid to tell her that she's backsliding, or whatever.
Yeah, it just wasn't good.
But they keep going back to Pittsburgh to get her over. And she's over other places.
Sure.
But this was not good. No. Not a single piece of this was good.
Nope. No, it was actually, again, it was actively bad.
And they had her as a babyface. So Rebel didn't come out. Hayter didn't come out with her. Like, she mentions Hayter when she cuts her promo. Yeah. But, like, this sucked.
Yeah, it was bad. It was
bad. At some point, theoretically, it's got to catch up to her, right?
Yeah, I mean, this was your 9:30 women's spot.
Right.
And it just
she ain't good.
It was not good.
She ain't good.
Speaking of things we're getting next week.
Yes.
Hikaru Shida Serena Deeb Philly Street fight.
Yay.
So we get to see
Let's
that.
blow that one off because Deeb has turned that around and I don't like her as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Shida's been our girl from minute
Love
one.
Shida, yeah.
A street fight in Philly is going to work.
Give me violence.
I'll be happy for it.
I mean, listen, I'm mad it's not Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm.
Yes.
For reasons.
Right.
But,
I was hoping we were getting that, but I mean, we won't because they're waiting till the tournament starts.
Yeah.
So I imagine on the Rampage we'll get a qualifier of some kind.
Yeah, we'll get some shit.
Who knows what? Maybe Statlander or something. I don't know. But
well, and then you had the main event here.
Yeah.
The coffin match, Darby versus Andrade.
Mm-hmm.
Andrade does some stuff, man, where I'm like, this guy's $1 million.
Yeah.
And like I don't understand how he's not bigger than he is.
Mm-hmm.
But the main things in this match, the Sting reveal.
I think that steals this match.
It's Sting, dude.
It's Sting.
Sting.
This is a good match. I wanted more from it, and I think maybe the show ran a little long because they only gave this like 15 with entrances.
Yeah, it didn't go long at all. Which is like part of me. I'm like, why does Britt need to have that long of a squash match?
I wanted more from this. So again, it wasn't bad, but it I was hoping for a little more because I was excited for it.
Yeah.
But Sting steals that moment with the reveal.
Yeah.
And that security guard. So Sting is they're fighting into the crowd, and there's a guy in the plastic Stinger mask. That when we go, if they have them for sale, 100% buying one because I didn't get to in WCW days.
Are you going to paint your face as Sting?
Yes, of course I am.
Do you want to wear the Sting pants I'm wearing right now?
Yes, I do.
All right, good. While I'm wearing them?
Yeah, so we'll wear them together. We're going to 3-legged race this show.
Let's do it.
4-legged race because you're involved. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Oh, thanks, pal.
You're welcome, buddy.
What was that?
So, so the security guard who they fight to the outside. There's a guy in the plastic singer mask, and he's trying to get close. And he's yelling at the wrestlers, and I don't know if they clued this security guard in, or if he was a worker. But like, he genuinely looked like he was trying to remove that guy from the situation.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Whoa, that fan's getting real close." Oh my god, it's Sting!
It's Sting.
Completely got me.
Sure is Sting.
Great reveal. Anytime Sting, when Sting taking off a mask is the equivalent of
it's the best
of coming out of a box.
Seriously, it's the best.
It gets a huge pop. It was so well done.
Yeah.
Sting was wearing padding under his clothes to hit another dive.
Yeah, dude. When he hit that dive, I lost my mind.
Somebody online I saw said that Sting is the New Jack of AEW, and I would like to propose that New Jack was the Sting of ECW.
You stop that too. You knock it off.
But
knock that off.
I thought that was the best moment. It was amazing. And the match was good. Everybody does their things. Darby kills himself. I like the thumbtacks on the lid, even though they did fuck up the end a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they were trying to get around.
It's
and
kind of weird.
The muscled up manservant came down, took forever to take his shirt off or whatever. And because Darby had it closed before he got there when he was supposed to stop it before that. Whatever. Yeah. You got it. The ending happened. Whatever. I just think they had to rush it. I think they rushed it because they ran out of time.
The weird, Hardy's coming out on the stage at the end.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
Weird, right?
Very weird.
Weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
But God, I love Sting so much.
Yeah. I hope we get Sting in Philly. I mean, they tend to have him on every show, but who knows?
We better.
We'll see. I want everybody, so we're never going to get that.
Yeah.
Never going to get everybody. But,
that's true.
But a little rushed, but it was fine.
Yeah.
I think you can probably move Darby and Sting away now and do the Hardys Andrade payoff. And move beyond.
Yeah, they got to get. I don't know where you go, but
I don't know.
That's not my job to figure that the fuck out.
Exactly. It's a billionaire's job to figure that out.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Well, that was all real time shit that we watched.
That is.
So our watch list.
A lot of wrestling. Yeah, let's go.
Watch list
Long episode.
Was Shinjiro Otani.
Yes.
Hopefully
no real updates. He's still there, still not moving.
Yeah, just
not really talking about
such a bummer.
Yeah, huge bummer.
But we just wanted to show him some love this week.
Yes.
So the matches that we watched were first match I watched was from Starrcade 95.
Me too.
The World Cup of Wrestling, WCW versus New Japan. December 27th, 95.
I've heard that some people watch this match and don't like it, and I want to tell those people, boo, sirs. Boo.
How dare you, sir.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero versus Shinjiro Otani.
Yes. So those who don't know about Otani, Otani is the first WCW light cruiserweight champion or whatever it was.
Yeah, whatever they call it.
Weird thing there, but he's awesome. The first thing about this match that I want to say isn't about the wrestling at all. It's about Dusty Rhodes.
I knew it was going to be about Dusty, baby.
And Dusty says, this is a very pivotal situation.
Pivotal, yep.
If you will, here in public.
In public.
Pivotal. And Tony Schiavone's like, pivotal?
Yep.
Pivotal, baby. It's pivotal. Hilarious. He means pivotal.
Oh, I know.
But he is pivotal.
Because what's had Tutu, baby, it's a pivotal situation.
That's a pivotal situation.
Right here in public,
if you will. Hilarious. I love Dusty on commentary.
I love Dusty.
Dusty commentary cruiserweights is the best.
It's
amazing.
Fun, yeah.
It's in public, if you will.
Public.
Yeah. So
dude, this match is killer.
This match is killer. All three of these matches show you that Otani may be the best springboard guy ever.
He just loves springboards.
It's solid.
Springboard dropkick, springboard spinning heel kicks.
The springboards to the back of the head dropkick is so dangerous.
Yeah,
for the person who's going to kill
somebody.
Amazing. Reversals, hold for hold stuff here. Smooth,
fat Eddie Guerrero.
Right.
Mustached Eddie Guerrero.
The dropkick to the back of the head is the finish. The dropkick to the back of the head. The Rana into the reversal is smooth.
Yeah.
Then you get the double reversal from Otani into the finish for the win. Masterful. Their transitions, their reversals. There's no hesitation.
No.
They are completely in sync here. So you can watch some stuff because this sort of wrestling still happens. It happens on the indies like crazy. Everybody stole everything from Otani for a while.
Yeah.
But the back and forth and stuff, you can see people taking just a half a second to think, okay, we're gonna roll to here, we're gonna roll to here.
Yeah.
There was none of that here. These guys were just going.
They were very in sync with each other.
They're completely in sync. Two masters. I love this match. I think this is masterful of this cruiserweight style.
Yeah.
Question for you about this match, not related to the match. Which do you like better? Corner steps or the WCW center steps here? Centered on one side of the ring, the little steps.
Probably corner steps.
Okay. More iconic.
Yeah,
because they're more involved.
Center steps, Guerrero takes the one bump to the outside and he lands on those steps.
Right.
It's just not good.
Right.
I don't want to see guys get hurt like that.
We can agree that ramp, even with the ring, beats all of them.
That's the best look in the history of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree, dude. This was a ton of fun. Otani, like, the crowd got way into this. Like, the last 5 minutes, they were so into it.
Yeah.
Just seeing Otani, like, win over an American audience,
right?
Real cool.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, I've seen this match a bunch, but I just wanted to watch it again because Eddie Guerrero in this era too is incredible.
Yeah,
I like how like they're talking. Oh, this is the new generation of WCW. You have your new stars like Eddie Guerrero, and I'm going, oh man,
yeah,
poor Eddie. Next match from August 4th, 1996, the New Japan G1 Climax 96. Shinjiro Otani versus the Ultimo Dragon.
Ultimo Dragon being the second coolest guy to wrestle in all pink in the history of professional wrestling.
Dude, he busted out. I forgot how great the pink gear is.
It's awesome. It's incredible.
That's why I'm happy that Ultimo Dragon I downloaded on 2K22 has the pink gear as the alternate.
Nice.
So I love that
incredible
pink gear.
Incredible.
Very
gear.
Slept on.
Yeah.
Gear.
My favorite will always be the black, gold, and red. But the pink is underrated, man.
Yeah, dude, this match like I thought had such good like technical wrestling in the beginning, and then they just let it fly at the end.
Yep,
like they just started high flying on each other.
Yeah.
Was this for the J Crown?
Yeah,
this was J Crown
match. Yep.
Yeah, man, I was way to this, and the crowd was like eating out of their palms, which is always cool.
Yeah. So this is cool. So Ultimo sells an armbar like crazy in this match, which is great. You get cocky Otani to start it, which is a nice take, seeing his personality.
I thought Otani was like kind of like look at the end of the match was like the better star coming out of it, which is crazy because I fucking love Ultimo Dragon. But I'm like, okay, I want to see more Otani.
Otani does the little things in this match so well, which I found really interesting. So there's a spot in this match where Ultimo does the dropkick through like the second rope.
Yes.
And he holds onto the ropes and he's going to skin the cat, right?
Yeah.
So Otani takes the drop kick, and then Ultimo hesitates for a second before he skins the cat. In that hesitation, Otani is rebounding and going for Ultimo's ankles.
Yeah.
Like, he's not just letting him do it. And they do this the whole match.
Yep.
It's little things. It's just that little position things, little tiny reaches here and there that make it so much more believable as a bigger picture.
Yeah. I agree.
And again, we get Otani with the springboard kicks. You know, Otani kicks out of a La Magistral and the crowd can't believe it.
La Magistral.
Right. You know, the dives and the catches are perfect. The time, nobody's left standing around. Like, there's no point in this match where Otani or Ultimo are left looking up while like waiting for the guy to jump.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, there's none of them are unsafe catches. Everything is timed out perfectly. And then the Liger bomb at the finish.
Oh, the running Liger bomb.
Ultimo sits out 4 feet in the air on this one. He jumps and sits out and wraps the leg over Otani's shoulders while they're 4 feet in the air.
Yeah.
It's insane. He's so high, he almost falls backwards.
Yeah, dude, I loved when Otani hit the springboard dropkick to Ultimo's head and kind of like fired up, and that crowd was just like rumbling because they wanted Otani to win so bad.
Yep.
But Ultimo gets the win.
Of course.
And I like at the end like Otani like reluctantly showing Ultimo respect. Because it just shows how bad he wanted to win.
Right.
And man, like I said, it's very rare for me to watch an Ultimo Dragon match and go, man, I want to see more Otani.
Right.
Like over Ultimo. Right. I love Ultimo, but man.
Very good match.
I thought this was incredible.
Yeah.
And then the last match that we watched, February 9th, 97 from New Japan Fighting Spirit. Jushin Thunder Liger versus Shinjiro Otani.
Yes.
I thought that this just basically showcased how great both of these guys are.
Right.
And Liger really is one of the best ever. I like first 15 minutes. They kind of wrestle this as like a heavyweight match.
It is, yeah.
A lot of just strikes in the corner.
Gnarly. It's nasty. It's a fight.
It feels like a fight, like a struggle.
It feels like they're actually mad at each other.
Just like reversing each other in the corner, but making it a struggle when they're reversing. Otani just open palm striking Liger, doing the spin kick to Liger in the corner. Liger just showtang him in the corner. Like it just.
And Otani taking great bumps off the showtays, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So the thing about this, and I was thinking about this, and they still sort of talk about it, Noah talks about it a lot with their juniors division, is that they're not taken seriously because they're the smaller guys.
It's true.
The heavyweights is the serious wrestling. And, you know, this match is sort of the era, like Otani is one of those guys and Liger's one of those guys where like, they were like, no, we're serious about wrestling. Like, we're not just flashy high flyer guys. We're serious about professional wrestling. And this shows it. And like, they're very mad at each other. It's, and like, it's cool. I love Otani's, the rollover pin counter that he has.
Yes.
He does it off a top rope powerbomb in this match, which looks awesome. The backflips out of the German into the leg lariat is so smooth and just so, like, none of these dudes that are wrestling Otani in any of these matches miss anything. Yeah. Granted, he's wrestling 3 of the best ever here.
Of course, like this is a murderer's row of opponents.
But like tons of falsies. This feels like a fight.
It does. Like, they were just super aggressive right from the start. Right. Like I said, the first 15 minutes, it actually feels like they're working like a heavyweight match, and then the last 15, it just they turn it on.
And the finish is a shote. Like it's not a big flashy match.
Yeah, Otani takes like a neck bump.
Right, he takes a neck bump off a shote.
Yeah,
I love this too, man. Liger is so good. I meant to bring up something for you that I got this week, but maybe I'll show it to you Saturday.
All right.
But Liger is he's an all timer, man, and one of the best ever, and a dude too. Like, so Otani later, in life becomes a heavyweight, which was the progression for a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
And changes his style and becomes more of a fighter and more heavyweight moves. And Liger himself has sort of messed around with a heavier division.
Sure.
A natural junior, but a legend.
Yeah.
A true hero of Japanese wrestling and one of the most well respected guys ever.
What I reading up on this match, but this was for a part of the J Crown.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people kind of compare this, and I think it's a pretty good comparison. This felt like an All Japan match.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think it's mainly because of the struggle.
Yeah.
And a lot of the strikes.
Mm-hmm.
And like they said, this felt more like an All Japan heavyweight match just being worked in the New Japan Junior division.
It felt like more like a fight, more real.
Yeah.
Focused on strikes and reversals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely more.
I thought that was a pretty cool observation.
Yeah, this was really good though. The 3 of these were really
good. Dude, all 3 were so good. What was your favorite?
Man, it's hard. Because I like the 3 opponents so much.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with the Starrcade match.
Sure.
I guess I'll always default to Ultimo, man. That's, he's a top 5er for me. He's my favorite masked wrestler of all time. Wearing the pink, they matched up so well. I'm gonna say the Ultimo.
Okay.
But it's really a toss up, man. I think they're all great.
I'm gonna go with the Liger match. Because I think this might be one of Liger's best matches.
It's true.
And I think this is Otani's best match.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it's so goddamn good.
Yeah.
I've never seen this one before.
No, I hadn't seen that one either.
I never saw the Ultimo one before either. Yeah. So this is like nice fresh for me. Mm-hmm. And I enjoyed it.
Really great stuff. I mean,
I enjoyed the
if you didn't watch it, I put the links up.
Yeah.
Go watch it. Go watch it, man. It's a bummer that Otani is hurt.
Yeah, it sucks.
Hopefully he gets back to some level. Party Marty just won the IC strap.
I know. Won it on Raw.
Yeah. Hopefully he gets back to some semblance of a healthy life.
Yeah.
Because the man is very good, and I hate we say it all the time, like underrated. I really think he is. He's a guy who comes from an era of legends.
He's definitely a guy who's underrated.
Who faded away, and he's always been there.
Yeah.
But he just he's not. He just did other things, running 0-1 for the longest time.
Yeah.
Been around, and he just Otani fucking rules, man.
Otani's awesome.
Very good wrestler.
I had a ton of fun watching these.
Like get heavily stolen from. I think it was in the Liger match, maybe, that he did the boot scrapes, the face washes in the corner, which got everybody fucking did them.
Yeah.
In the American Indies in the 2000s, everybody did the face.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody, from Homicide to BJ Whitmer to everybody to Brute Van Slyke, they all did them.
That's a name. So next week, no homework.
No homework.
Sorry, no watch list.
Sorry. No watch list. Oh God, don't listen.
Let's not get copyright infringement.
Let's not get a lawyer involved. We'll do 8 free shows.
I have my lawyer. I have my lawyer. You get your lawyer.
Listen, we'll just settle now. We'll do 8 free shows for the Soon Be Named Network. Anyway, so let's talk about what we have coming up. We'll encapsulate all of this.
We're going to have a watch list for a couple weeks.
So Wednesday of next week, we're going to be in Philadelphia at the Licorice Center.
Dude, I want some licorice while I'm there.
The Licorice Center. Temple. It's Temple's University.
Temple, yeah.
Their basketball court, I guess, basketball stadium for college. At Dynamite and Rampage.
Yes, we will be there.
So we're gonna get a next
we'll be there
week.
Matt early.
Vladimir was just on. So we're gonna get. So you'll get a next
hashtag
day.
release the Vlad dog.
Yeah. Release the Vladimir cut. You'll get the a recap of the live event.
Yeah.
We won't spoil Rampage.
No.
We'll save that for the next week.
Sure, yeah.
But a live thing, I got to try it out, but I did download a little voice recording app on my phone for the
drive home.
For some of the ride home. We can we can do that and play immediate reaction out of the arena.
That. Okay, I like that.
Hopefully not spoiling Rampage.
Well, there's that too.
Because we can't do that. But so we're gonna do that. So we'll be there next week.
Yep.
Week after that is LVAC. The Bash at the Brewery.
Yep, we will be there for that.
For the Avery Goods last match.
Yep.
A couple other things. Good card showing up there.
Yeah, dude. Willow versus Hot Sauce
That's
is
going to be great.
Oh,
yeah,
my God,
absolutely.
I can't wait.
And then the week after.
I'm getting Mark picks, though.
The Mark picks, yes. We keep saying that. Hold us to the Mark picks, people.
You hear that, Boar?
Yeah.
Joe?
I want a Mark pick with Joe.
Yeah, you meet Joe and Doug, absolutely.
I haven't had a Mark pick with Joe in probably a decade.
We have a Mark pick from last summer.
Do we?
Joe. Yeah, you meet Doug, Joe, and Todd.
Really? Where? Oh, at LVAC?
Yeah. At
Mahoning.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I want another one.
Yeah,
another one.
I'm just gonna walk down to Joe's house right now.
There you go. Let's go knock on his
Mark
door.
pick, Joe.
Mark pick. My favorite living commentator. I want a Mark pick with him.
I say it. I don't care if he's a friend. He's the best.
So
sorry.
And the week after that is going to be Capital Collision.
Yes, sir. Washington D.C.
In Washington D.C. I think it'll fall because that's a Saturday.
That's a Saturday.
So yeah, we're going to be
next 3 weeks. No watch list.
Busy boys. Doing
I'm
some live wrestling all over there. So
I'm so pumped.
Right.
Oh, I can't wait.
But yeah, so we got
cool, man.
So we got that going on. So that's going to be the next week. So we're at AEW next week. So no watch list.
Nope.
I'm sure we're going to fit in some other wrestling that's going on out there and see what's happening in the world.
Yeah,
and watch some fun stuff. We'll talk about.
We'll try.
But
Sixers are in the playoffs, so it's been
yeah.
Really, there wasn't much this week though.
Yeah,
outside of New Japan, that was it.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll find stuff. But anyway. That's. Do
you want to recap next week the whole Marty and Sean feud?
Yes, we'll recap the whole Marty and his new Rockers gear
Look
here.
at Diesel here.
Yeah,
man, I don't even think they were calling him anything yet.
No, he was
denim
just that
jacket.
Big guy.
Oh, he looked great. What a heater. Fat Sean.
But yeah, yeah, he is. So that's where we're at for watch lists and everything.
Yeah.
Did you buy anything, pal? Snugging up on you.
No.
I
didn't buy.
Not
a thing. Other than New Japan,
that's tickets to Capital Collision.
Not a single thing.
All right.
I'm content right now. There's nothing. I haven't really been looking. I know Adam sent me a Piper They Live tonight, but I'm kind of all right now. I'm just not.
All right.
I don't need to scratch any itch right now.
Good.
Something will put something up for pre-order, and I'm sure I'll get it. But
that's tomorrow. The Junk Shop stuff goes up.
All right, pencil that in for next week.
Yeah,
then.
but shout out. Look at Junk Shop Dog. They got some.
Yeah,
their stuff coming out.
Popey.
I picked up on a Whatnot. Then Whatnot's dangerous, man.
Whatnot's
eBay.
Dangerous.
It's funny. eBay. I was telling this on the show. Like eBay got the thing like the FOMO and the auction, like the intensity of an auction. Like,
dude,
I want to win. I want to win.
They do the best of eBay and Instagram Live.
Right, and then Whatnot was like, well, we're going to get the feeling of eBay, but knock it down to 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So I got the Boss Man, the most recent Boss Man Elite on card for under retail, shipped pretty much at retail. So that's nice. To give basically just to give, it's a nice looking figure. I don't have a Boss Man, but basically just to give the nightstick to my Dusty.
I love that.
I already have him posed like my tattoo in the dance on my desk, so he can just get the nightstick. So that's there. But that's it. Other than tickets to wrestling, that was it.
Yeah, man, it was
and then
literally
we'll see
nothing
when I drop $300 on an autographed Chris Jericho Painmaker action figure at the AEW show next week.
Don't do that.
I'm not doing that.
I wonder who they're going to have for the meet and greet.
I hope it's somebody cool.
I hope so too.
I got to see if they do picks though too, because I don't just want to pay $60 just for an 8x10.
Yeah, me neither.
You know, So we'll see. I'll ask around.
I hope it's Team Taz.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I got my picture with Team Taz. Yeah. I'm like, Mr. Hobbs, can I wear your fur coat?
Right.
Mr. Taz, can I wear you?
Ew. Weird.
Yeah. Take it home.
Yeah,
that's right. Hit the plug.
If you want to find us, we're on the at We Need Wrestling on Twitter.
If you want to find DJ, good luck.
Instagram. At WeNeedWrestling.com. We can email the show.
I was going to say WeNeedWrestling.tumblr.com, but no, that's not us.
We can email the show at WeNeedWrestling@gmail.com. We're a proud member of the soon-to-be-named network at STBN Network.
We are card-carrying
on Twitter,
members.
Soon-to-be-named-network.com, soon-to-be-named-network.tumblr.com. Ton of shows there. I don't do the plugs nearly as good as Michelle does on our other show, Wings on Wings.
Yep. That's a good plug. Look at you.
Yep. But also Final Wrestling Place. At Odds Wrestling. Long Box Heroes.
Arguments that are profane.
Profane Argument. I saw they had an episode this week.
Puzzles that are Warriors.
3. Hit My Music. Did we say Final Wrestling Place?
Yep.
Final Wrestling Place. They're back. Porch Talk. I guess that's it, right? I don't know anybody else. I can't think of anybody
else. I'm sorry.
Yeah, check them out. They're everything there gets posted on Soon-to-be-named Network stuff. Joe does a really good job of wrangling all that in.
Sure does.
So check all that out. If you want to reach out to me personally, I'm at the Dooge, THEDOOGE.
Did we say Long Box Heroes? Long Box Heroes?
I did, yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry.
There is we're currently in the Shutter's halfway to Halloween celebration. So you can get Shudder for like half off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
And
Joe Bob's back.
Joe Bob's
Friday.
back, but they added a bunch of good movies this month for it.
Did they add that crazy one yet?
The Sadness?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Right. I saw a review for The Sadness that described it as if 28 Days Later had Dead Alive's gore.
Sign me up.
So
can't wait.
Yeah. But if you want any recommendations on what to watch on Shudder, sign up for Shudder and hit me up. I'll give you some recommendations at the Dooge, THEDOOGE on Twitter.
He's better at recommendations than I am. But yeah, I'm at BrettXEdge570 if you want to talk with Joel Embiid and how he is a living, breathing God. Hit me up. I don't know if you want to talk Marty Jannetty versus Shawn Michaels. I'll talk the whole feud with you because it's been in my peripheral the last couple hours. So I think this might be the last match they had, actually.
Oh, really?
This is on Raw. I'm pretty sure Shawn wins the IC belt back here. But yeah, hit us up, people. Mm-hmm. Party people. I keep thinking we're recording Wings on Wings tomorrow. We're not.
We're not.
I don't know why. It's like in my head that we are, but we're not. So we're not.
We're not. Not until next week, right before Joe Bob.
Yeah, I have to I gotta get my days right.
You do.
I'm all over the place. Yeah. I'm not really all over the place.
Get your shit together, man.
You get your shit together, man.
Right. I will for next week, I promise.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? You got to drive home now. Are you staying here? You want to crash?
No, I'm good.
Oh, well, is my home not good enough for you?
It's not.
You got breakfast in the morning from downstairs in the restaurant.
Well, that's tempting.
Makes a hell of an egg sandwich. You saw the size of that pancake.
That's true. That was a big pancake.
That was a big old pancake. You've had one of her egg sandwiches before.
It did, yeah. It was delicious. Well, no, I'm going home.
Oh, I'm going to go home and be with my wife that I love. Fine. I don't want to hang out with Brett anymore and play WWE 2K22 all night and drink Mountain Dew and order pizza. Goodbye then.
Keep going.
Well, I ain't getting you in the sack.
Oh, thanks for listening, everybody. Goodbye.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds!